aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay, live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy, what? About too hard, ayy, what? About too hard, ayy, ayy, about too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this, don't like surprises. I cause a crisis, man, I'm a scientist. With the music, I spice things up to my liking. Man, I want nice things, nice things. That's not an AK, it's a Uzi. I pull up and shoot it to movie. I'm chasing the bag, not a coochie. Cut ties with the fake, now it's Gucci. Word of my nigga from the 021. You count 6 shots and I count 2 guns. Some people still think I rap just for fun, but soon they look up to me just like the sun. Yeah, you can come over here. Swear it's like no career. Swear you got no idea. Soon you have no career. Take a good look in the mirror. They need to know that I'm here. Don't you act like it ain't clear. Yeah, push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay, live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy, what? About too hard, ayy, what? About too hard, ayy, ayy, about too hard.
Born like a fire in the eye of a hurricane. Always told, stay in line, be alright, better play it safe. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return. Something is calling me, it's in the air that I breathe. To life again.
Let's get it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so hard they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Come alive.
I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I passed the point of no return. Something is calling me, it's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
sky. The stardust drips and shines brightly in your eye. So baby, stay with me where the sun doesn't go down, and we will drift away until the day the world stops spinning. Oh, baby. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yeah. The stars falls around us, entwining us. So baby, stay with me where the sun doesn't go down, and we will drift away until the day the world stops spinning, 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 until the day the world stops spinning.
It's been a road less traveled, all alone. Feeling my body leveled on my own. I can just feel it, no way to stop it. The sounds of the music so through my bones. I can just taste it, no need to fight it, 'cause I'm out here staying. It's lies to my soul.
let's go. Cause you know like I know, we'll take it.
Yeah. You know Mark, South Stuff, South Stuff. Types to never let you double cross them. Moving through the city like it's Gotham. They told me get one, so I got one. Stop saying you're a boss when you not one. You ain't sacrificed, nah, you ain't lost none. All over the gram like you got a bag. You ain't big dog, we ain't hear none of that. I'm in the gym looking like a running back. How you know the flow, got him coming back. Who I was in the past, I'm unattached. Only focus in this moment is bringing the summer back. Oh, respect my grind, elevate souls and I spread good vibes. Young divine, you know I gotta shine. Raise your hands for a good time. Aight.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing summer
1,
to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. Cause you know like I know, we'll take it round and round.
Yo, hold up, let me switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone will show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide. And with the rhymes that make the dimes, I'll close their eyes and fantasize. Young divine calling their phone number. No, you know I love it. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats. On stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young black successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon.
Yeah.
You said that you want it, so I got it for
Got
you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing
1,
summer to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. Cause you know like I know, we'll take it round and round again.
Hi, I'm rich and high. Lex. Yeah. Yo, got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple thickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. Ladies, show me where them curves be. Curious, I'm not pervy. Honestly, you and your best friend could go and develop a new twerk scene. Got the army with me like Xerxes. Army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. Understand you can't hurt me. I got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple thickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. Shaking it like the twerk team. I'm in my room watching Netflix, surrounded by wet chicks, passing that sticky, we smoking that Vestis. Yeah, car, you know we do it. One showing off, yo, we come to cruise ship. Yeah, it's the A6M. I see you hate, but you rating them. Don't make sense like paying with card. Who do you know that's slaying this hard? Beats be banging, we making discard. Have your girlfriend run straight to my yard and have her up in my bed. Yup, 20 minutes, I'm dead. I tell her, okay, leave. No Snapchat or back chat, please. What color is your backpack? Yep, green. Tell your boyfriend he's a whack twat G. Shake it. Shake it. twerk scene like. Shaking it like a twerk scene. Shake it.
Hold up your sign though. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. Show what you gon' do. They don't want all that. They don't want all that.
That sounds like a pop song.
Take a dive before you die, y'all. It's the only way to live. You can't be without it, baby. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Try before you sign off. This shit can kill you sick. Real stuff. It's the only way to live. Fancy cars and the smiles of the ocean. Purple sky, let that night come with peace. Anywhere you wanna be. Anywhere you wanna be. Yeah, yeah. Hold up your sign though. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. Show what you gon' do. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. Pick up panel to be right on. Yeah. Cause no one really gives. Don't look back, I'll keep your eyes on. Long ago. Doesn't matter what it gon' cost. Never gave a shit. Real soul. Let it take a hit. Hey. Who's getting high on emotion? Look around. People fight all their life for some peace. Yeah. Look around. Fancy cars and the smiles of the ocean. Purple sky, let that night come with peace. Anywhere you wanna be. Anywhere you wanna be. Yeah, yeah. Hold up your sign though. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. Show what you gon' do. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. Take off. Rush at the rush. Take off. Rush at the rush. Ha. Rush. Take off. Rush at the rush. Ha.
Rich and high. Lex. Yeah. Yo. Got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple dickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. Ladies, show me where them curves be. Curious, I'm not pervy. Honestly, you and your best friend could go and develop a new twerk scene. Got the army with me like Xerxes. Army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. Understand you can't hurt me. I got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple dickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. passing that sticky, we smoking that bestest. Yeah, God, you know we do it. One showing off, yo, we come to cruise it. Yeah, it's that A6M. I see you hate, but you rating them. Don't make sense like paying with card. Who do you know that's slaying this hard? Beats be banging, we making discard. Have your girlfriend run straight to my yard and have her up in my bed. Yup, 20 minutes I'm dead. I tell her okay leave, no Snapchat or back chat please. What colour is your backpack? Yep, green. Tell your boyfriend he's a whack twat G. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Let's go. Army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. Got a couple dickies chilling in my room. We'll be shaking it like the twerk team. Lady, tell me where them curves be. Curious, I'm not pervy. Honestly, you and your bestie could go and develop a new twerk scene like. Shaking it like a twerk team. Shake it.
It's been a road less traveled. Feeling my body leveled on my own. I can just feel it, no way to stop it. The sounds of the music so through my bones. I can just taste it, no need to fight it. 'Cause I'm out here staying, it's life to my soul. 'Cause lightning and thunderstorms are never stopping me before. This night is never over, not until I leave the floor. So much passion, baby, I can't ever get enough. So don't you try and stop me, dance until the sun comes up. It's been a road less traveled. Feeling my body leveled on my own. I think I'm up in heaven, 'cause you were hell.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zu Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Ich fange an. Hello everyone, welcome again to another amazing Clash Royale evening. Again with my beautiful co-host Don Rigoni and myself, Chief Avalon. We're gonna guide you through this evening today and I'm very happy that you're here.
Yeah, it's
How
gonna
are
be
you?
once again. Thank you. I'm doing fantastic. I hope so are you. I'm looking forward to another fantastic night here in the Swisscom Hero League, powered by ESL, and some more Clash Royale action. I already teased it a little bit on my Instagram story. If you haven't seen that yet, go and check it out. Feel free to leave us a follow, and of course also the man here to my left. But without any further ado, let's have a look at what awaits us tonight.
So with you teasing this event, I think we will have at least in the thousands of viewers. So I'm looking
I can imagine
forward to that. Already greeting everyone. The matches. First we have Dachim against Solak. That's a really high caliber match here. That's going to be very interesting to start with. And then
we have Po du Chef against Dachim yet again. So Dachim, he's been a little bit back to his unlucky state this season so far, as he had 2 games already against, well, arguably the top dogs currently in the league, and lost both of those matches with a very close 2-3. So I'm pretty sure he's hungry here to go up against the, well, my 3rd favorite that we have currently in the league in Solak. So let's keep our fingers crossed that he can come back. But then also Podeshev had shown a fantastic performance on Monday, so that one could be a very, very hype one as well. And then we have our 3rd match.
Our beautiful champion, unbeaten in 4 seasons, Senpai Rekt, will be back again today.
Yep.
4 times champion. He's gonna go against Sailor. That's gonna be very interesting. Sailor has really shown some strong performances. And then, of course, also gonna go against Po du Chef. Currently, he is leading the standings. Yeah, let's have a look at the standings then. here they are.
There we go. It's right on top. It's Jesus, a familiar face, right on spot number 1 with already 3 wins to his name. But he already did have a loss too, and that was against. Was it against Sailor? I'm not quite sure anymore.
Oh,
who did he lose to? No, against Bodechef on Monday.
Wasn't it Senpai?
No, it was Bodechef, wasn't it?
I think he lost against Senpai.
I'm pretty sure. We have to check in with production for that, but as you can see, Dutchim currently very unluckily in the last place, but in his defense, only 2 matches played so far. Same goes for Senpai Rek, but in his case, it's already 2 wins. So he's the only undefeated player so far. He can, of course, take that number 1 spot solely by himself if he was to win both of his matches tonight. Both against Sailor and Bodechef. And then in the middle grounds, we have a quite a wide array of players here. Solag, who already had 1 loss, and Toyboy, who's currently 2 for 2, and Kefron with a 1-1. So it's like everyone is really close together, and we already said it on like Monday. We're currently in a very interesting state of the league, arguably, in my opinion, one of the most interesting that we've been in so far, because it really seems like everyone can defeat everyone in the current meta.
Yes, and it will also be interesting today because we're now basically in the middle of the group phase. After today, we'll have 4 match days played. And so we may already seen something here developing on this table. Some signs where it's gonna go. But you're absolutely right. This season is really unpredictable. We have only seen Senpai twice so far. So we can't really tell how it's gonna perform against the other players. And all other players is kind of like everyone can win at the moment. And that also has to do, of course, with the current meta, where many decks are playable.
It's so like even now there are no clear favorites in the deck. I mean, Supercell, they've already teased some balance changes coming in into the new season, but it's another 2 weeks until then. So our six of our play days will have concluded by then, maybe even the entirety of the group stage. And so it's definitely going to be a very interesting season for this one. We also got a new function today, by the way. For those of you who have noticed it maybe in Twitch chat, you can now use your channel points for something. You can predict on who wins the matchup. For the first one, that's going to be Dutchim versus Solag, and you can bet your channel points then on who you think will take the cake.
Have you done your predictions yet?
I do have them, and actually in the first game I will favor Solag.
I actually did do my prediction. Now I forgot. But I actually bet channel points on my prediction. Solag against Dutchim. I think I bet on Dutchim in this first match.
Okay.
I think that's what I did.
Yeah. I expect it to be a very close matchup, but I feel like Solag, with like his strength, I mean, like, I gotta be honest, if he does not take a win here, I mean, he looked kind of shaky for what I've seen from him coming out so far. So he really has to step it up here a bit. On the side of Dutchim, I'm wondering whether, like, I'm not worried about his skill level per se, but I'm more like concerned about his current like mental state in when it comes to
practice. We don't really know if he practiced as hard as last season. However, I do have the impression that he's not very happy with the start that he had so far, and maybe we'll see a different Dutchim today.
Yeah, so I can imagine it is a tough one, like yet super hard opponents to start it out with.
Here's his last deck.
There we can see him.
Golem.
Yeah, one of the decks, I gotta confess, that I've also started running quite a bit.
And how's your experience with that deck?
Pretty good success, I gotta say. Gotta note though that I actually decide to run the regular Prince instead of the Dark Prince, because you don't really need more AoE, and in terms of DPS, the regular Prince is just straight up better. Plus, if you ever get that to connect onto your opponent's tower, it's just pretty incredible amount of damage.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad choice to use regular Prince, because with the Ice Wizard you already have that area damage that the Dark Prince would do.
Yeah, it's super strong. I mean, you have the Inferno Dragon against like other tanks. You have the Ice Wizard that just offers so much defense against basically any kind of troops, especially swarm troops, of course. And then the E-Giant in itself already counters things like the Skarmy, like the Goblin Gang, like the Bats, because it just saps them all down once they attack it. So there's that.
Yeah, very nice. The players are getting ready, so we hear from production, so we're very soon to start here.
That's an interesting deck.
This is very interesting deck. It's called the deck of confusion.
Yes, yes.
So where the opponent really doesn't see the units on the map, the opponent will just see those little squares on the map.
Like, it looks like kind of the alien signs.
And he kind of has to guess what card has been played.
Do you know the game Subnautica?
No.
You don't? It's like a beautiful role-play adventure game where you're stranded on like a planet, and you don't really know, or like in the beginning, what exactly has happened.
And how did you get to the planet?
Yeah, exactly. You crashed, like your spaceship crashed.
Oh, you have a spaceship?
Yes, you had a spaceship.
And who created the spaceship? Was it Elon?
No, I'm not sure about that one. They don't exactly say that.
Where did you get the spaceship from?
It's possible that it was Elon.
What year is it playing in?
Maybe it was paid for in Dogecoin as well. So no, but anyways, those signs, they really remind me of like the kind of alien energy form they're using there, and the kind of words and scriptum they use.
Probably in 2030 when Elon will be on the moon, on Mars.
Yeah, probably.
Could be.
Well, but in different, like with that planet is completely covered in water.
Okay.
So it's like you're basically underwater all the time.
Ah, that's boring.
No, it's beautiful.
Does it at least have sharks, big sharks?
It does have leviathans.
Okay.
That's like a shark times 20 and about 100 times as scary.
Okay.
It's just like huge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
You should try it out. Are you still streaming?
There's still no sun underwater, so I don't know about that. Maybe boring without sun. Yeah, of course I still stream. Like every Tuesday and every Saturday I stream.
Yeah. Do you do Brawl Stars content?
Brawl Stars mainly, and yeah, we often on Tuesdays we play Fortnite.
Okay, I see. I see. Can you hold up with all the Zoomers?
Yeah, sure.
With like building as fast? That's what I was always struggling with.
I don't build.
You don't build. You just shoot.
Yes.
I'm not here to build. I'm just here to shoot.
For me, they could just take away all that building.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the reasons why I hadn't played it like for about a year. I didn't play it.
But then it's like PUBG or Warzone.
Exactly. But it's more colorful.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Than PUBG. PUBG is a bit boring just from the coloring, and it's not as fancy.
That's true. Like the first game I played competitively was actually Battlefield Heroes. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't
It's also
played
like a comic adaptation of Battlefield. It's actually pretty similar to Fortnite in a sense, so because you also have like abilities and stuff like that.
I try to avoid building as much as possible. Sometimes I have to build like one wall or so.
Yeah.
But
so you can camp behind it. I see.
Yeah, sometimes. But usually I don't build.
Okay.
I basically play in team of 4, and the other 3 people do all the work.
Ah, that's nice. That's nice. So you're basically like
I'm just talking.
Yeah, you're the boss, and they're just your servants.
I'm just talking and enjoying.
It's going to be the wall breakers here coming out for Solag. And on the side of Dachim, it appears to be a Royal Giant deck. Is what I'm predicting. As Solag appears to be playing and camming on the same device. Looks quite funny. There's the Graveyard now coming in. Never mind the Royal Giant prediction. That's the Graveyard once again. One of those cards that he likes so much.
Yeah, the wall breaker actually hits.
At least a connection there,
One
but
of them.
look at that damage. An incredible amount of damage already being
Minor wall
gained here.
Graveyard. That's a deck we've seen a lot already.
Yeah, quite a bit so far. As Solak is they're just about even here in Elixir. Dutchim also running the Zappy, so it's pretty much what we usually see for the like currently
not the
strong
Zappies
version
again.
of Royal
So
Giant.
I'm voting for that we as casters also get to ban a card.
Okay.
And I would ban the Zappies or the Giant Skeleton.
Oh yeah, I just was about to say, since when do you approve of giant skeletons? That's new. There's the Barbaro now coming in, and together with the Electro Spirit, it just takes out those wall breakers in one swift movement, and another Ice Whiz here to hold that giant skeleton in its place.
He's really close to the tower though. Maybe he can do a little sidestep to the tower there.
Little dance, little
won't.
wiggle.
It won't make it.
Not quite.
Nice Valkyrie on the Zappies, beautiful.
I mean, with the Valkyrie plus the bomb tower, it's just such a great answer.
And the Hunter also just destroyed those wall breakers very easily.
It's just so mean. There's just a meanie. As there are the Goblins now coming. Goblins, I feel like they're so rarely run these days. What you see a lot of is, of course, the Spear Goblins, but the regular Goblins, they're not seen a lot anymore. As there's another Graveyard now coming in, and that's the Freeze and the Cheese.
The Freeze and Cheese
on the table here for Dutchim. There's the good game. He knows with 15 seconds left on the clock, there's really nothing that Solak can do. Yeah, let's take a quick second to also address the bans. It has been the the Ice Spirit here for Dutchim, as they have a bit of fun here together, and the Tornado that has been banned out from Solak.
Poor little Ice Spirit.
I mean, he didn't hurt nobody.
Why not ban the Giant Skelly? That's really the card we don't want to see.
Spirit, if you
I have good news though. We have a replay.
Let's have another look at it. As
there we are.
Yeah. That second
Giant
big push.
Skelly and the Graveyard.
I mean, Solak, he's already laughing here.
Bomb Tower. Yeah, why does he look so happy already?
I wonder
Look
what
at
the
the
last
freeze.
cards here were for him.
Cheesy Freezy taking the tower.
Cheesy Freezy Lemon Squeezy.
What do you say about that freeze spell?
Disgusting.
Is it more disgusting than the clone? Or as disgusting as the clone?
That's hard.
No, it's easy.
I'd say not as disgusting, because you can't. There's actually a skilled way to use
clone.
To use freeze
clone
on defense.
You said
for clone,
freeze. Of course,
really
everybody
isn't.
knows you meant clone, because clone is really a high skill card.
I'm not quite sure. It appears that Solak played with a banned card too. We might have to check in with production here, because as we're judging by this, he seemed to have been running the Tornado in the deck. So, but in the end, like, it didn't really matter since he lost anyways. He also had the Rocket in there, but we will have to probably check here real quickly.
Yeah, and especially make sure he doesn't play Tornado in the next match.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he lost now.
Maybe he's not aware that he's like not able to ban like his own thing too. And as there's already
ban is the Tornado, we're gonna pay close attention here if Solak has a Tornado in the deck again.
And there are all these golden skeletons here.
Beautiful.
From that Skarmy, but look at the Bomber. Just 2 hits on the towers already.
Isn't it called Boomer?
No,
Boomer.
you're called Boomer.
The Boomer is doing a great job. I mean,
yeah, the Boomer is doing a
so
great
much
job.
Damage.
I'm enjoying
I mean, that's kind of typical for Boomers.
Yeah, that's true. They can be quite fun. Oh, missing
Look
the one
at that
wall
beautiful
breaker
wall breaker. So like cheering here, that wall breaker.
I think that wall breaker has a name, and it's Neo.
Neo. Yeah, because he was getting away from the Hunter shots.
Yes. I really both of these players, they're just playing super aggressive archetypes here. Now Solak decided to go with the wall breakers here again. And yeah, Dachim with his Goblin Barrel.
This time Solak has a little lead here, but it's very small.
Cycle is the name of the game here so far. As there's another Blaster or Kobold.
Oh, he's not gonna defend them?
Never mind.
Interesting.
The light deck.
I think he's trying to build his push instead. That's why he's not defending. There's no risk from that tower at the moment.
He messed that up. Solak, what are you doing?
Whoa, look at that giant skelly on the tower. That's tower anyways.
And the bomber.
And the wall breaker's not gonna make it.
But look at the left hand side. Ooh, the arrow is coming in clutch there. But that giant skelly even makes it to the king tower here.
Holy.
That's gonna be a bit of damage.
Yeah, what a comeback here by Dachim.
Yeah, and now I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed here what Solak is showing us so far.
And no hit.
Gets taken out.
The Hunter is just extraordinary what he's doing here against those wall breakers, stopping them very easily.
Ordinary Clash Royale carry as there is the Royal Giant.
Royal Giant in the pocket.
It is that Royal Giant deck, but actually also rocking the Goblin Barrel as like an additional win con on top of it.
Only win conditions in this deck.
Yeah. You need all the win conditions.
Yeah, of course he's defending that left side tower. If he loses one of that towers, it's going to be really close here for Dachim.
89 HP remaining. Can he cycle back to another? No, I don't think so. No, 89 HP remaining. That's a good game.
That was very well played by Dachim. He was behind at the start, but then he still managed to come back. Basically, the reason was Solak didn't defend that giant skelly on the tower.
Yeah, and he can, and he didn't like get the pull there with the ice golem, and I think that in the end cost him a lot there. He was a bit late.
So here we go. Production just informed us that Solak did have the tornado in the deck in the first match, but he hasn't played it, so everything's fine there. And it doesn't really matter because he lost anyways.
Yeah, that is very true.
Here's that beautiful push.
Not gonna lie, Solak, he did a good job in like trying to come back from this after a pretty grave mistake. But in the end, it was not quite enough. But it got really close. And I mean,
if he one tower,
yeah, if he was to take that tower, the other one was also at like 200 HP. So that could have been a tough one. But then again, like when you're playing the Dachim stacks, and we can have a look at it here right away.
It was a very cheeky play here by Dachim to kind of give that top right tower and not defend it.
Yeah,
that could go wrong.
And I mean, with just playing like a Royal Giant in the pocket plus throwing out a Goblin Barrel too, you can just create so much pressure in a scenario where there's only 2 towers
Don't
left
you want to copy this tech too? I will actually do that.
Okay, then I'll do that too.
Because it actually looks really interesting.
Yeah, definitely is.
A little bit heavy maybe.
But a bit of a different take on what we usually see coming out.
I really want to try that Goblin Barrel together with the Giant Skelly.
Goblin Barrel is just a card that it's like one of those cards that I personally don't like, but I have to respect a good player with it, you know? If someone knows how to use it well.
Bandit on the bridge.
But it can be so annoying. And there is a Hog Rider coming in, but we don't really see too much on a competitive level anymore. And he gets a few swings down with his hammer.
And it's actually surprising because Hog Rider is a strong card still. The problem may be that so many people play the bomb tower, and that is just horrendous for that poor
tornado
hog.
in this case,
tornado.
game, not the case. As once again.
Maybe that's why he banned the tornado in the first. No, it's actually Solak who banned tornado.
Oh,
the balloon!
Though. And there's the freeze.
The dirty freeze, please.
Only death damage coming in there. but also on the Baby
Well,
Dragon, taking it out. And
However,
quite a bit of
Dachim's
damage.
still in the lead here. He's smiling already.
He's smiling, and he's also like, ah, damn it, I didn't get the connection with the balloon. I mean, it looks like Dachim, he like really relegated to playing more fun decks in a sense.
Yes.
I mean, Hog Rider
There's
plus
the Hog.
Balloon and Minion Horde.
Hog Rider Balloon.
Certainly
I mean, that's like,
not the thing we see a lot.
but it's interesting because people will have difficulties reacting to those
Yeah,
kind
true.
of decks.
If you don't know what's coming, how could you ever react to it?
It's untypical. You cannot prepare for this.
And the Valkyrie as well. Interesting.
I think he's actually trying to do that on purpose, so that people will not know what he's gonna play.
Yeah.
So this balloon here, I'm curious if that one will connect.
There's a
Snowball.
snowball.
I would have probably snowballed the minions here instead,
Yeah,
because
okay,
that
that's tower
balloon
down.
does connect.
Definitely tower down here. Does not get a second connection though, at the very least. Oh, beautiful arrows there, taking out that entire push from Solak. So once again, Dachim is on his way to take this with a clean 3-0 sweep.
So actually my prediction was right once again. I'm actually curious. I bet those 10 channel points. What do I actually get for that?
20 channel points.
Oh, nice.
Well, we don't want to encourage gambling, at least not too much, so probably better that way.
What do you use those channel points for?
And there's a defensive freeze. To bet even more.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
And win more channel points.
Exactly. And then you can unlock some fancy schmancy emotes with it.
I think you can highlight
some
messages and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can do that too. So if you want to spend your channel points on something else, or like we have to like create some emotes. Maybe we have to give that to production, like of our beautiful faces, for example, so like the boomer meme, and then there's
the zoomer and the boomer.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
we have emotes? That's actually an interesting story.
We do have emotes, but I think
we should have
that are unlockable.
We should have a caster emote.
That would be lovely.
So that people could spam their favorite caster.
Yeah, I'd like that.
It would be sad for you though.
Yeah, well, that's true. Seeing my face that much in Twitch chat would be tough.
Yeah, we could get used to it all of a sudden. And
yeah, I mean, or we could just do one like together, where you have both of our heads in a big red heart.
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
See? That I'd like.
Big red heart and an arrow through your right ear and coming out of my left
ear. Oh
yes,
definitely so. And then we can sell like the design as a tattoo for people. Here are the decks, by the way, that both of these players decided to run as a first match of the evening already over. Dachim.
That was a fast one.
Yeah, that's like
we're like only 20 minutes in.
Speed running here.
A fast match.
But
beautiful.
Very deserved. I mean, Dachim getting his first win under his belt. Certainly fantastic performance here coming out for him. And by judging by the looks of it, they had a lot of fun. I mean, looking at their cams, they were just smiling all throughout. It's like, if you're fighting against an old friend or... Yeah, just dueling it out with
I
some
also felt
memes.
like Dachim was really chilled in this match here.
Yep.
Enjoying himself,
and
having a good time.
And I think that's a big point of maybe why he was getting back into like that struggling kind of choking mode. That he lost his passion. He was always the one who like he has his win conditions that he likes to play. But he never really plays super conventional decks. There's always that small twist. I mean, look at his Royal Giant deck. That was Royal Giant Skelly and Hunter. We see those time and time again. Even with the Zappies nowadays.
But then with the Goblin Barrel.
Yeah, but then like adding a Goblin Barrel in it, adding the Bomber into it and the Skarmy.
And it's really spectacular to watch Dachim just because of that. Because there will be surprises and he's really pushing for the win. He's not playing with the time and trying to go for the full distance, stuff like that. That can get kind of, boring.
I really don't want to undervalue that skill of his, that he can take these decks and like put his own twist on it and make them work to some extent in the same way, like how do you win, but like also in a different way in how you're able to react to your opponent and take them by surprise. And I think that's a fantastic skill to have in a player. So
it's beautiful.
Big props to him.
With that, we go into a small break. A small break, Mike. We go to the small break and yeah, grab some chips, grab some popcorn or something healthy, and also some drinks, healthy drinks of course, and we'll be right back after break with me and our beautiful
other break dancer,
co-caster Don Rigoni. See you after break.
Go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move, bringing summer to you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Let's go, 'cause you know like I know, we'll take it round and round again.
Rich and high. Lex. Yeah. Yo. Got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple thickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. Ladies, show me where them curves be. Curious, I'm not pervy. Honestly, you and your best friend could go and develop a new twerk scene. Got the army with me like Xerxes. Army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. Understand you can't hurt me. I got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple thickies.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zur Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, easy boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
And with that, we're back from a short break.
A break, mate.
Break, mate, here in the Swisscom Hero League, powered by ESL, with your favorite two clowns in Chief Avalon himself, and of course, myself in Don Rigoni. Make sure to drop us a follow on our social medias, be it Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or TikTok, or Twitch, or wherever you'll find us. And
that
also
will be great. Thanks so much.
Also follow ESL Swiss on Facebook, Instagram, and or Twitter to keep up to date with any kind of news, our schedules, of course, and yeah, whatever we might have planned for you guys out there in the future. We had quite a fast first game.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Let's go to the versus screen. I actually have to say I really do enjoy this when the matches are fast, played rough, and we're going for the crowns.
Yeah, you like win by knockout.
Yeah, sure. Because otherwise, like those 5-minute defensive matches, that can be a bit repetitive.
It becomes a bit of a war of attrition then.
Yeah, it's a bit repetitive, and so therefore I really do enjoy the wins by knockout.
Yeah.
Or at least after 3 minutes.
So let's see if Dutchim can follow up his very strong start in tonight's game day, and maybe also speedrun his games against Bode Chef. Here we have it, the lovely young gentleman here, one of our newest additions to the league, as he only joined the first division in Season 4. This is his last played deck. He was running a very interesting Balloon Mega Knight Cannon card kind of deck. And yeah, with good success actually. He was
taking pictures again. Actually, the Mega Knight is very popular at the moment. And
yeah.
I feel like that's very annoying because you face him a lot. Also on ladder, there's that Mega Knight. He's everywhere and yeah, can be very
But I can tell you
annoying.
A place he won't be.
In your deck?
No, in this upcoming match, because it is one of the bans. The other ban being the Electro Giant. So yeah, 2 of those big tanks removed out of the pool.
There remains the Giant Skelly, which would be the caster ban number 1. Which one would you ban?
Yours. Probably Clone.
No,
or Freeze.
No, Clone is unbannable.
No, let's see. What would I ban out? Maybe even the Hunter.
Yeah, the Hunter. He's everywhere. It's
either Hunter or Goblin Barrel, I feel.
No, Goblin Barrel is okay because it still requires some skill to play it. But the Hunter is basically in every deck at the moment.
That's true. That's true.
So.
But then again, I don't think that he's in every single deck because he's too strong. I mentioned that in previous streams. But more that he fulfills a very specific role that no other card can fulfill for this kind of cost.
And we're in the first match. Yeah, he has a good range of abilities and different situations where he's useful.
Yeah, absolutely. As a Bode Chef starting out with a Goblin Cage right then and there. Dutchim answering with the Valkyrie. That immediately makes me think it could be his the last deck he played. What was it? Was it a graveyard deck there? but he could be back to that
So,
one. There's your favorite card.
We didn't make our predictions yet.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm for Dutchim this time.
Same.
Again.
I
Okay.
agree. I agree.
So I was right once.
You're always right.
No, that's not true. It happens rarely that I'm not right, but, but it's possible.
You know, you could have just said yes, and it would have sounded less arrogant than that sentence. And it is going to be the graveyard here.
Very
coming
rarely.
out for Dutchim.
Beautiful Inferno Dragon there
Good
on that
defense
Goblin
though,
cage.
with those
The
zappies. Not a
zappies.
single hit so far. Now one plus then the E-Wiz to boot.
Zappies, of course, would also be a nice ban.
Yeah, but I kind of like them. And they sound very soothing, you know? The way they're just
I can hear your
cruising
soft
down.
gets very soft. Your voice gets very soft speaking of those zappies.
Yeah. I'd like
It seems you like them.
I'd have a poster of them, you
The
know?
zappies.
On my bedroom wall.
Yeah, I've been asking for a zap mechanism actually for the caster desk where I could zap you. as you like zappies so much, I could actually, whenever I want to speak, I would zap you quickly.
I see. And like make me wear like a collar or something.
That would be
Look at this Royal Giant sneaking a lost hit in there.
Interesting
Again.
addition to the caster deck.
1100
Caster
HP
desk.
only remaining here. This
Another
time
giant skelly.
the Goblin cage is not there to defend. There's the freeze coming out once again.
Dutchim.
Defensive earthquake
Beautiful
there
push.
coming out, but look at the damage there coming out from the
301.
bowler.
That's not a phone number, 301. That's how low this tower already is.
Classic splash yard. I'd say something we don't see too much anymore. As there's the Valkyrie! What are you doing? Oh my gosh! That's a freeze and a
80.
tornado, I think, and that should be
The
enough.
bowler is just a beautiful counter here to all that stuff that Bodechef drops.
Is it?
Inferno Dragon, Tornado, it's just beautiful to counter also that Royal Giant. And now it's on 80.
Oh, okay.
Bowler!
Bowler!
Yeah,
Roll
there
it!
Roll the stone and the tower's down.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful!
I mean, I wasn't sure there. I'm not 100% on how much damage a tornado plus a freeze do at tournament level standard. But I could have also...
That was just beautiful. Maybe
here
we
for
get
him.
to see it again here in this little replay.
Yeah. Look at that fisherman though, and how look how it pulls the Valkyrie. That's just so unfortunate. Pulling it in, whoop! There's the hit onto the tower, and like she nearly spun again, and that would have already been the game in favor of Dutchim.
I have the impression here that Dutchim, he kind of built decks to counter the current meta. And that seems to work really well for him. He's watched the first 3 match days.
But that's how Dutchim do, you know?
Yes.
That's how he usually goes
Basically,
about
we've
it.
noticed on the first 3 match days, everybody plays the same kind of decks over and over again. And he watched, and now he has his counter ready for those decks. That's the impression I got here.
And I mean, you can see it here from Bodechef. It's that typical Royal Giant Skelly.
That's everywhere.
We have to start calling it RG Skelly.
Yeah, and he counters this here with the bowler and the splash yard deck.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It just does so well into it, especially. Yeah, I mean, it's all about the Giant Skelly is essentially just a tank, or like the front line to cover for the Royal Giant that then is the main win condition. But in order to even get into like a situation where you can play it like on aggression, you need to rely on your defensive cards, being the Hunter, being the Fisherman, and the Zappies. Something like a Bowler who just outranges them and splashes, or the Valkyrie, just a fantastic choice.
And we see him rarely, the Bowler, even though he's very strong.
Yeah, and especially a Valkyrie here, just taking such efficient care of all these troops.
Starting defensive here with that Goblin cage.
Always a very decent play. just cycling that Goblin Cage early. As there's a round of Sappies and Bodachef switching it up
The
here
Royal Hawks.
to the Royal Bacon.
I mean, Bowler would be perfect against this bacon here.
That's true, that's true, but I don't think he brought it this time. Like,
No,
he could
that
just be
looks,
back to his Royal Giant deck, I think.
Now he plays the RG.
Yeah. If you can't beat them, join them. But doesn't really make much
But he
sense.
did
since
beat them.
He did beat them, yeah.
There's the Recruits, also a very annoying card because
Yeah.
it's just so defensive.
A
Bowler would be perfect.
Oh, it is gonna be the Graveyard here once again. There's the Fireball coming in. That does not really accomplish too much, but there with the Fireball plus the Log, he manages to take out that Hunter.
Just imagine he didn't switch decks and played the same deck again with the
I
Bowler.
think we have a visual bug here. Oh.
That would be so brutal.
Did
What visual bug?
Yeah, the Graveyard was like, you heard the Graveyard sound again, and then it just stayed there, but no skeletons spawned. Looked kind of funny.
But did it do damage?
No, like they didn't even spawn.
Really?
Yeah. That's kind of interesting.
The
As
Hunter.
there's the Hunter now
Hunter
coming
is
in.
so versatile. Also against those bacons there.
But yeah, he gets the King Tower activation though, but
And
it
he
is
gets that
too
tower.
little, too late. Tower has already fallen.
Now he's
And
crying.
Dutcham is sad.
That won't help him.
And now we're sad too.
That's Flying
That's just-
Machine on the King Tower again.
That's life.
Ah,
Sometimes you're
Recruits,
sad.
come on.
Like, no, you're just not allowed to play them anymore. I'm sorry.
No, I'm kind of sad he doesn't use Bowler here. That would
Yeah,
be
I
so
mean, Bowler
beautiful.
would have been pretty busted
That
here.
would be devastating here.
Not gonna lie. But with that, Dutchip currently struggling. Oh, okay. Just
two
use
of
another
them.
skill. If one's not enough, just use the second one.
Just
Let's
the
go.
two of them.
And there are the Royal Recruits taking out that giant
the
Skelly
graveyard.
once again. And there's the freeze
Beautiful
now coming down.
freeze.
But the
still, I mean,
Sappies,
the Sappies clean up everything.
you know,
There's the next bacon.
the Sappies, they have an integrated heating system. Therefore, they cannot be frozen. They just thawed immediately. And can you even get the second
807.
crown here?
Yeah, Dutchim left. As you can see from the screen, he already left.
Yeah, he was like, nah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Turn the camera off. Like,
Gonna get some drinks first, and then he'll be back for the next match.
That's about the contrary of Mom, get the camera.
Yeah.
Mom, turn off the camera.
Mom, turn off the camera. I'm losing. Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah. And yeah, there's just not really much he could do there. You could exactly see why a card like the Giant Skelly can usually struggle quite a bit, because with those swarm troops it just doesn't really get anywhere. And also with the Sappies, he of course had a Bodachef, that is, had a fantastic counter to the Graveyard, and in the end that netted him the win.
I'm
And,
very much in favor of Bowler decks, because Bowler is a card that is not used so often.
True.
And
show the Bowler some love.
It's really, yeah, show him some love, because it's a great counter to most of those decks that are currently played.
He needs some sweet, sweet loving. Or something like that.
Okay.
But with
just go on. We're enjoying it.
Okay. Are you though?
Yeah, sure. I am.
Maybe like watch the lawsuits come in. Like, my hearing is gone.
Bleeding ears
Yeah.
everywhere.
I watched Hero League and now I can't hear anymore.
Just imagine all those people watching with their earphones and
and also like damages.
and then
because
all
their
of a
headphones
sudden
now
you
are
start
ruined.
singing and their ears start hurting and
Yeah, that's. I'm sorry for everyone who was listening. Viewers' discretion is advised, of course, when you're joining into the Swisscom Hero League.
like somebody's listening and then like, Mom, be quiet. Oh no, that's him.
That's him or not him?
That's you.
Oh, that's me. Okay.
That's you.
That's
People think it's somebody within their home that is singing, and then all of a sudden they find out it's you.
the surprise singing is the
But that happens to me sometimes when I listen to something, some YouTube video or so, and then there is music in the background, and then all of a sudden I think, where is that music coming from?
I just got a new headset, and then since I'm already like an avid League of Legends player, I was like, what is this? Does this headset like have white noise or something? Or why would it like does it like play kind of relaxing sounds in the background to like untilt players? And then I realized I had the League client still open, and that plays like this kind of this winter landscape music where you hear like the wind blowing across the snow and stuff like that, like from one of the maps. And then I was like, okay, never mind. It's not the headset after all. It was like so faint and in the background. I was confusion.
That happens.
Happens to the best of us, I guess. So far, it's 1-1 here between Dutchim and Bodechef, and it appears that we actually
Dutchim has left the building.
Yeah, we have indeed lost.
You know that the typical sense, like, ladies and gentlemen, we have to inform you, Dutchim has left the building.
I mean, we don't know where he left to or where he left from.
Maybe he just disconnected. Maybe his internet disconnected or something. That would actually be the perfect place to make an ad for some broadband provider or something.
Well, it's right there.
For example.
We
should have this caster desk where we could just play like
like one of these
like
super Americanized ads. Like.
Yeah.
No, but actually, like one of our clips, they're actually pretty funny. Like the one where he like throws something at his friend, and he like fails to catch it, and then 2 seconds later he's like, and it's like, okay.
Okay.
Lag in real life.
I should finally switch my dial-up modem and get broadband. Probably 80% of the audience don't even know what a dial-up modem is.
Yeah, I used to have that one actually too at home.
With 56 kilo bits, or what was it?
And when it was like, get out of the internet, I need to make a phone call.
Like you pick up the phone and say, what's that? What's that sound?
It's not working. What's wrong? Oh.
Mom, get out of the line.
I need to get it online.
Yeah, but that was funny actually. When you had 2 phones at home, and you pick up the phone, and the other person in your home picks up the phone. You could talk to each other.
That's true. Or you could listen in.
Or you could just pick it up very slowly and listen. Of course, I never did that.
No, you never. Who do such a thing?
Because that's very impolite to do such a thing. But you could have.
You feel like a real spy then.
Yeah, you can spy, and then all of a sudden you have to cough or something. And then the other person is like, who is that?
And you're like, bless you. And both of them go, bless you.
Somebody in the line. Yeah, or just, somebody of them coughs and you say, bless you. And who is that?
Spy.
That's like the dumbest spy.
Yeah, exactly. Like Spy Tutorial 101. Don't be polite.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just your upbringing, like your education. When you learn to say bless you when somebody coughs, and even if you're a spy, you cannot just let go of your good manners.
Do you also remember, like, I don't know if you're already too old to be doing them yourself, or just on the receiving end, those kind of fake phone calls.
That beginning of the sentence is somehow wrong. I mean, can you maybe restart that question?
Okay.
Please restart.
Back in the day when there were still like non-smartphones, there were also
we called them telephones.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, exactly.
they were used to telephone somebody.
Exactly. Like
and
when
you did actually use them to talk, not to type.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Typing.
So,
imagine typing on like a dial.
Yeah, we had those.
Yeah,
the grey one. Everybody had that grey phone.
We had a black one. It was so elegant. Yeah, it looked great. And then the phone book underneath.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Intern?
The what?
The Intern.
What The Intern?
That's a movie.
Ah.
It's like with Jack Nicholson.
No, but what's your question? You never finished your question.
So, what was I supposed
You were speaking of. Do you remember the times when we had those real
those kind of
telephones?
joke calls, you know?
Yeah, sure.
They were
Prank
like,
calls.
yes, exactly. You had like these websites there you could just like enter on it, and they would call someone up and be like, "Oh, your pizza's coming in later" and stuff.
Yeah.
And everyone would be like,
Sure.
"I didn't order a pizza."
This
just
is
suppress
F.
your own number and call your friends.
Like the stuff like, "What's your name? My name is F. Ak." And stuff
You
like
cannot
that.
say that on stream.
There was a dot in between.
Okay.
F. Dot Ak.
Okay, I see. Then it's okay.
So yeah, you said stuff like that, and then the person would say it out loud. That's actually in The Simpsons a lot.
Oh, that's true.
In The Simpsons, where he shouts into the room and says, "Person blah 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 is asking for," and like,
And everybody's like,
okay. No, that's actually in Switzerland. You at the times you weren't allowed to have your own phone. You had to have a phone from PTT at the time.
Okay.
And you had to rent it. You couldn't buy it. You remember those times?
Oh, that was before.
You really had to rent
I'm not
the
100
phone.
years old.
You couldn't buy it.
Yeah.
That's not so long ago. And then there were some rebels that actually bought their phones in foreign countries and used them, but
And
that
then
was
bought-
illegal.
Yeah. like that counterfeit phone black market.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you were one of them.
Good old times.
Weren't you? Or like the first phones were like
I don't remember.
in
It's
cars,
too long
right?
ago.
When they, like
Yeah, those big ones.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, look at this. I have a mobile phone. Look at my mobile
Hello?
phone. It's
Can you
huge.
hear me?
With this big antenna on top on it. Like, yeah.
It's huge. All right.
Huge mobile phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, you needed to have what's it called? A cabriolet, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to say
Convertible.
I wanted to say topless car, but that's
Well.
yeah, a topless car.
Yeah.
Is it called convertible in
Yes,
English?
it's called
Okay.
convertible.
I like the term topless car though.
Yeah, I can imagine that you
Because-
like the word topless. Yeah.
No, topless car.
That's what they always claim.
So, anyways, convertible.
Yeah.
So you had to have a convertible car because that big phone wouldn't fit into a regular car. You basically couldn't pick it up without hitting the roof.
Imagine. But yeah, that's like free exercise because like every time you pick up the phone, you're like,
yeah.
got
And it was
really
actually
heavy weight.
only first. It was in those American movies like Dallas and Denver Clan where they had those big cars and big phones, and you thought like, wow, it's so cool in America. They have those big phones in the car.
Imagine you would have shown them like one of these
Yeah.
back in the day. Oh, can
And
show
then the
brand.
first people with laptops, you remember those when they had that kind of a suitcase?
Yeah. I've I back in the day, like when I first got into video games, it was actually these kind of children and learning games. I was using like my dad's old laptop. It was about that thick, and like with still I think was it Windows 95 or 98 by then.
I don't know.
But it's like, yeah.
I remember the first 286 PC I've seen. That was kind of like a metal cage, like this big, and then when you switch it off, it was like a plane, like and really loud. And then after like 10 minutes, there was that little DOS sign blinking, and you could type something like, okay.
Did you have a Commodore back in the day?
Yes.
Oh.
I had the 16 and the 64.
Oh damn. Yeah, that's good old times.
Unfortunately, I threw them away. I really regret that.
Yeah, I can imagine. They'd be worth a fortune nowadays.
That was really cool. I had everything, like that little cassette player where the games were on to load the games. I had
Did
a
you also
floppy
have a
disk
floppy
drive.
floppy disks?
And I actually programmed on my.
We maybe have to explain because most of our audience is like year 2000 or
Listen
younger.
to those
I think.
geeks here.
Yeah, maybe
The
we have to
nerds.
explain the concept of a floppy disk or like a diskette to begin with.
Floppy disk?
Because like back in the days where not everything was in the cloud, we had
There
CDs.
was no internet.
Yeah, we had. There were CDs where stuff was on. Those like round discs that shine so bright.
First of all,
that
those big
people-
ones, the soft ones.
Yeah, that people only use these days for like decorations and stuff, and some occasional DVDs. But then before that, there were like small black squares where there was something printed on it on a very small thingy, and it had like how many 2 megabytes or something?
720 first.
Oh, 720 megabytes.
Kilobytes.
Oh, kilobytes. Yeah.
And then the smaller ones, like this size here, they had like 1.4 kilobytes. Good old times. But actually, I was very proud. I programmed on my Commodore a program that actually read what was on that cassette player and played it through the through the monitor.
Damn.
So basically built a radio out of it. I mean, besides that, I just had the cassette recorder and could put it in there. But I mean, that's not the same.
That's not the point.
That's not the
what
point.
It's about. You want to flex, and then a floppy disk is like the diskette, but it's bendable.
Yeah, that was very bendable. You could also throw it at people
if they're not behaving like those.
You remember when you first installed like an Microsoft Word or stuff like that? It was like 20 or 30 diskettes.
Oh yeah.
And then you were just
I saw
sitting
that
there for
once.
hours, switching one after the other, loading them onto the computer.
Yeah. Also, like my first strategy games I used to play, or some of the later ones, and like they were quite big. I remember I once got I was really into the Total War games. I played like Medieval and Rome, and then like Empire Total War came out, and I bought that one, and it was like also 4 discs or something to install it, and that was right at the beginning when Steam came out. But like you still had to install it from the disc, because like who would download that amount of data from the internet? That's just, how would that ever fit like through anything?
Crazy expensive.
And Steam was basically just there to like register your game.
And when the internet came out, when you wanted to look at the picture, it was like loading line after line.
Yeah, yeah. But with that, we're finally back here.
Yes.
Welcome back to Dutchim.
I hope you found
our
little
right.
talk interesting anyways.
Once upon a time in Boomerland. Let's see, for all the crap I give you for being a boomer, I'm a bit one myself, as people maybe saw tonight. There's a Mega Knight coming in for Dutchim. And a Lumberjack, a card that we don't see too much anymore these days. It will get onto the Princess Tower here. For only 1 hit, luckily. That can get quite dangerous.
I wonder what happened to Dutchim. Where was he?
In a parallel universe.
Probably just disconnected.
That was interesting how that hunter got stuck there. There's another Mega Minion coming in. Take out that flying machine. And help out with Big Bad Skeleton.
Beautiful.
Nice tornado. This time it's not banned, mind you. See, this is like the karma. We were already, you were saying, okay, you like these fast kind of games, fast kind of matches. So we switched it up for game 2.
Yes.
That's how we do. That's how we do. And there's another cannon card. Cannon card also, I'm like very pleasantly surprised by how popular the
it
cannon
rarely
card is.
makes it over the bridge.
I mean,
but it's
you shouldn't let it over the bridge, ideally.
very popular.
Because it deals a lot of damage.
I just can't see that giant skelly anymore.
Yeah, you can see it. Look,
it's
right
everywhere.
on the
I
screen.
just
It's
will
very
not
big.
look at it. I just look at the right lane now.
Okay, do that.
It's so empty.
Shall I still keep narrating what's happening in the left?
No.
Okay.
Only if you don't mention the giant skelly.
Okay, I won't mention this. There is no giant skelly anymore.
But what are those 2 holes there in the ground?
I don't know which holes you're talking about.
Now they're gone.
No clue. The Barbarian there making a connection on that left-hand tower though. For the chef remaining on about
another
1850
giant skelly.
HP. And there once again is the lumberjack. God does get drawn over here by those skeletons. And
Baby dragon. Yeah, maybe.
Clone?
I know, Dachim, isn't he a little bit over defending here at the moment?
Is he though?
Yeah, it's on the edge.
Well,
it's
there's
on
the
the
potential
edge.
punishment. He does not have an answer in hand for the skeleton barrel. Is a bit early there on the trigger finger.
Oh no! Look at the skeleton
look at
barrel doing so much damage. That's why I focused on the right lane in the first place.
You knew that the action is going to be happening on that side. Yeah, fully understandable. I get you.
There's the next giant skelly. Now, of course, Boduchef is pushing that right lane.
Yeah, and look, lucky retarget there.
Him trying the golem again.
Alive.
It's rarely successful at the moment, the golem.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a bit of success come out from Solag, and there's
Beautiful
another
tornado.
clone now. A lot of skeletons, though.
Nice one.
Now
the golem. Oh, there's a hunter, though. Shoot that hunter. Quick.
Look at this. Very long range here.
Beautiful.
He does get
the golem is on the tower.
1300
the lumberjack
remaining.
Gonna support. Beautiful. The cannon cart makes it over the bridge.
Oh,
it's
the
in the range.
Dodging even.
It's in the range. Doesn't go for the tower though.
Cannon cart did just merely dodge out on the death damage there.
This is gonna be really close here. There's another golem.
I mean, I think Boduchef, he just has to pressure opposite lane here and go for a big clone. But with
Giant
the
Skelly.
dragon back in cycle, he does have an answer here.
Where's the bar barrel? Yes,
there
beautiful.
It comes down.
Beautiful. Boduchef maybe a little bit too pushy now on the right lane. Not really defending so much on that tower over there.
The barbs though, a good answer to
but
that
he
golem.
was able to stop it. Now he's switching lanes. Probably listening.
The game coming out. 25 seconds remaining on the clock now. Currently, Boduchef, he does hold the lead and he does not defend the giant skelly there. Does also not hit
he's
the
more
tornado
concerned
properly.
about his right tower at the moment.
I think he knows.
And yeah, beautiful
this
clone play.
Is in the bag for Boduchef and nearly simultaneously.
So what do you think about this clone play here?
Disgusting.
It was beautiful though, how he cloned that giant skelly.
It's not beautiful, but it worked. If it looks stupid, but it works, it ain't stupid, is what people usually say. But
if you think it's stupid, but it works, it's not stupid.
Yeah, but I'm not quite sure.
Look at this, there's that giant skelly.
Can't really get behind
and then he drops the clone and totally unexpectedly, he gets that left tower. Expectedly, he gets that left tower. Almost got the other one too there.
I mean,
very nice.
I think Dachim realized quite early that this was a pretty hard matchup for him. I mean, he only had the he had the barb barrel plus the tornado, but overall, really tough time here for him.
Again, the golem doesn't win the match.
Golem never wins.
Yeah. I think we had it only once in this season where somebody actually won with the golem.
Solag, what it was.
Yeah. So
against
I
Sailor.
think like golem is not the best choice.
No.
So really strong start for Datsim in the first match, but now in this match he struggles a little bit.
It does look like it, yeah. And maybe it's also like he really. I mean, he looked very strong in the first game. Let's actually have a look at game number 4 here in this match, and it's already match point here for Boduchef.
There's the battle ram, Electro Wizard.
Good answer there. Question now is, can Dachim stabilize this match and take it to a full 5-game series? Or will Boduchef just emerge as our winner here, as he's already upset Jesus on Monday actually. So he seems to be quite
the ghost
streak so
nice
far,
pull.
This time
King Tower activation, beautiful.
Does get it this time. That's a good one for the mental. You want that.
Of course, Dachim is not giving up yet. We want that. We want 3 crowns. We need that. We love that.
And there's the P.E.K.K.A now being played.
Yeah.
Classic.
Beautiful
Kinda
graveyard.
Bridge spam coming out here.
With a poison.
Yeah.
And the Inferno Dragon having enough time to burn that P.E.K.K.A.
Good reset there though, using
Yeah,
the
the
zap.
reset had the perfect timing.
But I think, oh yeah, he still has to distract it here.
Nice one there.
Otherwise he will take a lot of damage. And there's another Eris now coming in here.
Yes, we really have to give Podeshev respect here. He plays a strong match.
Yeah, so far he does. But in this particular matchup here, it's not too easy actually for him. Because Bridge Spam not a deck that does particularly well into a graveyard. And he's already down a bit of elixir here.
That's the next bowler.
Chef this time is the one that who's sad. And he
Bowler.
does get the connection there though.
Okay. Unfortunately, the Magical Archer will also... No, it doesn't hit the tower. That was nice. Oh, that turning into a nice push here.
I mean, he needs the P.E.K.K.A here, and now he
Very
knows
nice
there's not
push.
too much elixir left. He does get the
Electro
Ewiz down.
Wizard.
But look at that nice freeze there coming out.
Beautiful.
He did wait with the poison. Also
all
did
the
not
crying
have
doesn't
cycle.
help.
And now there's another bowler here, stopping that battle ram and doing quite a bit of damage there. And
Yeah,
it just
bowler.
does,
I told you
hate
so.
this matchup.
Bowler. It's all about the bowler.
Yeah, like last month I played a lot of Bridge Spam actually. And yeah, this
P.E.K.K.A.
matchup sucks. This matchup absolutely
Look at the
sucks.
Skellies at the tower with only
Especially
17
against the
seconds left. The
bowler.
tower going
and there's
down.
the freeze on top of it all. Look at the sad Magic Archer there.
10 seconds left. Podeshev had a good start, but then Dachim coming back here with full force with that bowler.
And with that, once again, the score is even out. 2-2 here between those two gentlemen.
Very exciting.
Dachim looking a lot better in this one.
That was a very exciting match. Podeshev starting very strong. It looked good for him. But then Dachim with the bowler basically turned this match around. You see him there, the bowler doing such a great job together with the Valkyrie and the graveyard.
Absolutely. The bowler is just so disgusting when you're playing Bridge Spam. Like, I gotta be honest, because it does a lot of damage, and you have, like, Bridge Spam has a lot of strong but very squishy units. Like the Bandit does not have a lot of HP. The Magic Archer doesn't have a lot of HP. So does the Ewiz, and also like the Battle Ram. Plus the Battle Ram does get even knocked back by it. So with that huge range and also like the speed that the troops are walking, it just gets so much value, and it's basically impossible to push through. And then like just naturally graveyard against the P.E.K.K.A. It's like one big P.E.K.K.A. against so many small skeletons.
Many small units.
She doesn't even know where to hit.
Yeah,
so
she doesn't.
If the
the decisive match here, Podeshev against Dachim. One of them will win, and the winner will take it all.
Winner does always take it all.
The winner takes it all.
Loser standing tall.
The Royale victory.
There's the flying machine. Okay, that was subpar.
The recruits.
Oh, nice fireball there. Gets with the volume, but the Ewa is managing to take out that flying machine right in time. As there are now
a bowler.
Yeah. He was like, okay, I'm gonna stick to what worked for me the first time.
I'm becoming a huge bowler fan here, especially with the Valkyrie, because you really defend all those small units very easily.
Yeah, and it looks like Podeshev, he did go back to that spammy deck that netted him a win earlier, but this time, yeah, you said it there. He would have needed the bowler. This time he does have the bowler, so...
so we're gonna see if that works.
It's gonna be a tough one here. I mean, look at all the splash damage that Dachim is running. He has the Valkyrie, he has the bowler, he has the baby dragon. It's like, it's AoE galore here on the side of Podeshev. And there's... and there is another round of those Royal recruits.
Royal recruits.
Down. I mean, at this point, I'm just, there it is, the MVP again of
bowler.
this match.
One happy bowler.
One
That's
sad
what it is.
Bode chef.
One happy bowler.
Yeah, you'll never. Oh, there you get it. One small spear stab.
Yeah,
on
it's
him.
basically what happened here is both of them stuck to the deck that worked.
Oh, nice tornado there this time. King Tower is activated, but King Tower activation
The
on
Hogs
the
here.
Royal Hogs does cost
That
you
hog-
quite a bit of HP.
The hog push was good.
It was good. It definitely was good. I mean, you can activate the King Tower, but you sacrifice like around 1000 HP for doing so. And now there's another
the Royal
graveyard coming down.
recruits again.
This one I don't like as much, but there is the freeze
with
now
the
coming in.
freeze.
Great E-Spirit.
The dirty
to defend.
freeze.
And that baby dragon is on the tower.
And look at the left lane. That's perfect for a bowler.
Yeah.
Look at that beautiful lineup for the bowler.
Why, hello there.
Ah, that is so satisfying how the bowler destroys all those units there. Beautiful.
Why, hello there, Mr. Bowler.
Now the Royal Hawks are actually very dangerous.
Oh, there's a defensive
freeze.
See, this is
Fireball.
This is what makes
Tornado.
the difference between freeze and clone.
All
you cannot
the
do that with
defense.
clone.
Dachim has all the defense he needs.
Yeah.
But
And
does
now
he have the offense he needs?
He will get a lot of damage here on the right hand too. So the Valkyrie now coming down. That flying machine
Sappis
getting
maybe
quite
a little
of
bit
damage.
early there. He would need the Sappis to defend.
But look at this, with
the
leaving
graveyard.
that E-Wiz unchecked there in the right, he took so much damage on that tower.
Yeah, and also playing the recruits at the bridge.
There's another freeze, those skeletons are slapping
and
away, and
tower
that's
for
gonna be
Dachim. Tower
the
win for Dachim.
2-2 for Dachim. He was
Beautiful.
undefeated in last season. He didn't look so strong this time around. He did look very strong against Solak today. And this could just be his rebirth here, rising
And especially
from the
with
ashes.
the bowler.
Yeah.
He should stick to the bowler deck, kind of, because people don't expect it.
That's very true. That's very
it's
true.
really strong against the current meta decks.
I feel like, especially against this deck here, that was just 100% counter. Like,
With those
okay,
spammy-
you're gonna spam. I'm gonna spam AOE
Yeah.
and a tornado and a freeze.
spammy
just because I
recruits.
can.
The defense was beautiful when he defended with the tornado and the freeze.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was really no breaking through there.
Yeah, and I mean, Botechev, he really leveraged his defensive tools fantastically. He waited off properly with like the log, and then when he saw like more skeletons coming in, he also used the E-Spirit very effectively, but in the end it was not quite enough as he just couldn't muster a proper counter push, because yeah, guess what, there's a Valkyrie, there's a bowler, and there's just no way in hell you're pushing through that with that kind of deck.
Yes, and our prediction here was right. 2 predictions right for me, 1 for you. So far we're pretty good on our predictions. So
yeah, it does look like it, and I gotta say, like, I really want to stress Bodechev's performance here. He's one of our newest and I think the youngest competitor that we currently have in the first division here of the Swisscom Hero League. And I mean, in the last season he looked quite shaky and insecure at some times. Then it has gotten a lot better, and ever since this season he really seems to shine
I mean, he had a strong match.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was not like he was beaten easily by Dachim.
No,
Dachim
and he
had
also,
some trouble actually.
had great plays. There were
Yes.
no like significant misplays by what I could tell. He was unlucky in the matchups. That's certainly undeniable. And yeah, if you get cheesed by a freeze card, that's just a bit of a yikes.
Maybe what you can tell here is Bodechev, he stuck to the kind of the deck that was successful. He didn't switch too much, and so I think Dachim saw that, and that's why he went back to the bowler.
Kind of predicting him there.
Yeah, he was able to predict him, and so he totally countered him in the last match.
Yeah. But with that, well played here from both of our players. Dachim taking the win in the second game of the night. And with that, we have arrived at the halfway mark already of this season in the Swisscom Hero League powered by ESL. But we still have 2 matches more to come. One of those will be coming right up after a short break. Don't go anywhere.
And both of them with the champions and Pyrect, so don't miss it.
Yeah. Ay, push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. About too hard, yeah. I'm killing your favorite rapper, it's minimum effort. Yeah, your coach getting severed. The industry dry as the desert. Do whatever.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zur Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet. Et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Welcome back. I hope you're as hyped as we are to see our reigning champion Senpai Rect in the 2 upcoming matches here. It's gonna be very exciting, and I'm curious if it's gonna. Why are you laughing like that?
I was first like when you started out, it was like, I hope you're as high. And then you said you had a small break after the high, but no, like,
I hope you're
as high as we are.
Let me start again. I hope you're not as high as he is, but as hyped as I am.
That's a good. Touche.
And yeah, we're expecting some very exciting, hyped matches here with our reigning champion, Senpai. It's gonna be really cool. He's gonna face first. We're gonna see that on the versus screen right here.
He'll go up.
There you go.
There we go.
First, he's gonna go against Sailor. What do you think about that matchup? Share your thoughts, if you're still able to.
Well, I gotta say, I when looking at the
mushrooms.
No. At their logos, at their respective logos, I gotta say, I'm more of a fan of a squirrel than a creepy doll, personally.
Yeah, that doll looks like it had some mushrooms.
Having said that, I think Sailor, while he looked very, very strong so far, what we've seen come out from Senpai Rect time and time again was just pretty unbeatable. And also this season, he has looked very strong. I mean, he nearly got reverse swept by Dachim, but in the end managed to still win it. But overall, he just looked super, super strong, and I'm sure he is hungry and ready to defend his title. Here you can see the double bomb deck here being run by Sailor on Monday, actually.
I think it's gonna be difficult for Sailor, and for this match here, I would put my bet on Senpai.
So do I. So let's have a quick look at him here. Senpai just running that RG Skelly deck, just kind of the classic version. And why is my name there?
Where's your name?
Look
oh, that's because you're the royal. It kind of looks like you, just a different beard color. Don Rigoni, the royal giant. Or is it the achievement? So the achievement of Senpai is Don Rigoni.
Yeah,
okay.
It looks like.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of him. So.
You're his achievement.
Yeah, I like to be an achievement.
He actually taught you some Clash Royale. And
that's true, in the very beginning.
Probably why you're listed as an achievement there, because it seemed so impossible to teach you. And then it still worked, and you actually won a few matches.
Excuse me, sir?
Yeah, it's there as an achievement. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean...
Give
us your side of the story. Why are you such an achievement?
I'm honestly not quite sure.
maybe you should start playing in the league.
Yeah, maybe I should. That would actually be funny.
Maybe that's what you
please stop that.
maybe just imagine people actually hear what production say.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, then like the stream would be so doomed.
Just a little misconfiguration, and then all of a sudden. Yeah, but maybe the story is that Senpai thinks you're such an achievement because you learned so much so fast, which is actually true. And little compliment there.
So you have to give him that from time to time.
Yeah, a little bit of sugar for you. So some sugar and sweets for you.
Full of sugar.
And so maybe he thinks you learned so fast and so much that you should actually try to compete in the league.
I'm not sure about that part, because I'm not like as invested anymore. Like I really like my current.
But I mean, skill remains.
Yeah, but like I really like my current job to like be able to look at it from the outside, analyze plays, flame people for the mistakes they make.
It's good.
Because when you're playing yourself, you're just suddenly in the position where
Pressure.
you're under pressure. You make mistakes yourselves, and you have to take responsibility for them. That's why we became casters.
Yeah,
so
life
we
as
can,
caster is
like,
good.
Yeah, we can blame other people. We can point
don't
out their
blame, though.
mistakes.
We
and
just point out
yeah.
the mistakes, but we don't blame.
Fair.
But as you said,
And
life
just
as a
pretend
caster,
that we'd never do those.
we would. But life as a caster
You
is
would.
good. You're part of the league without actually being a pro player.
That's very true. That's
So-
very true. And you're not as
But people think you're a pro player, so that's actually...
like, I'm not actually good. I just talk about it.
Yeah, it's a different story. Knowing how to play, like you being trainer or coach, is a different thing than actually play it.
Yeah.
Both are required, both are necessary, because it's different skills actually to analyze a game and find mistakes and correct them, and actually under pressure just apply what you learned very quickly. It's a different skill set.
I mean, I mean, if people are maybe like doubting that, just imagine, like, take like a race car. The driver has not necessarily anything to do with the engineer. The engineer builds the car, and the driver then drives it, and both can be fantastic at their jobs. And it's like, in a sense, it's the same thing. They're doing their job with, but it's just completely different. So quite a different skill set when you compare, like, something like a coach or an analyst to a player themselves, because it just does require a different approach to a game, to like really have an eye and an understanding for the underlying mechanics, and just strategize things. And then on the other hand, in terms of like a player, to really make things work out.
Yes, and racing is a good example, because in racing, also for the drivers, there's a different depth of knowledge about technology of the car. I know some drivers actually are heavily invested in changes, in small changes in the car and technology to make it better, and others probably rely more on their team.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of the same thing here with the players. Some of them really know all the nitty-gritty little details and try to find their own decks that work best, and others probably rely more on the coaches.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's always like, maybe as a last point, there's always also like different depth when it comes to like a game. I just remember from like like December, I saw a friend of mine, and she was telling me like, oh yeah, I've started playing a video game too. I don't know if you know it. It's called Among Us. And we had the charity stream as we heading into our first game of this match.
Isn't
and then she was like,
by now, Among Us?
I mean, it's still kind of around. They still haven't released their new map, I think. And but I imagine it can still be fun. But yeah, and then I was like, oh, did you know that and that and that? And she was like, yeah, I played it quite a lot. And I was like, assuming, okay, she's kind of pro, she's kind of experienced, you know. And then she was like, oh no, I never heard of that, and I've only played like one map. And me personally, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, there's like this trick, and that you can do on this map. That's like, yeah, if people play like strictly for fun and entertainment, and like I'm personally someone who consider myself like I really want to get to the bottom of things.
Yeah, and it's very impressive that you know so much about a game that nobody plays anymore.
That was just me. Production, can we mute him,
Oh,
please?
actually, yeah.
Yeah, we should do a timeout. Whenever you do a burn like that, you get timed out for like 10 seconds.
I love you anyway, so don't worry. But
love
yeah,
is mutual, my friend.
sometimes it has to be, you know.
Yeah, sometimes the opportunity is just too good to miss. Like,
yeah.
If the pass comes in front of the goal, you
no
just...
friendship is worth wasting a joke, you know.
No, that's a good one. I like that one. Yeah, that's very true.
But yeah, as I promised, of course, I will be very nice to you and not burn you too much this season.
The amount of times you have to stress that worries me.
No, I think we're doing quite well so far.
Yeah, Yeah.
We're already in the middle of the season, and I think this was the only burn so far. At least the only one I remember.
Well,
I mean,
we're not going to talk about short-term memory loss
I mean,
tonight.
you may have deeper scars, but for me, that's the only one I remember.
Wanna remember? Oh, there's the poison coming down here for Senpai as he's running the P.E.K.K.A graveyard for this one.
Senpai also relying on the graveyard.
Yeah, and so far Sailor here, yeah, looking at a full kind of undead deck, running the and the clone.
Beautiful clone.
Disgusting.
If I had enough time, I'd actually go over that full video of the live stream and take out all those funny burns. And make a best of.
A burntage.
A burntage.
Exactly. There's another P.E.K.K.A now coming down for the side of Senpai.
Yeah, Senpai is behind though. With that P.E.K.K.A. Again, the giant Skelly is of course an annoying card.
Does struggle here, but mind you, double and triple elixir time is where the graveyard deck really starts to shine, and that's a nice.
But the tower's
nice
still
tornado.
in triple digits already.
Yeah, 800 HP remaining here, and with the flying machine, he does have a good defense into that P.E.K.K.A, as it cannot be touched. But actually, a very nice tornado there once again coming out from Sailor. Fisherman now pulling that cannon card over the river. Another explosion there coming in. That hurts. On the P.E.K.K.A, there's another EO is now coming in. And there's the graveyard. Once again, plus the poison
Giant
there
Skelly.
onto the flying machine. Good defense there,
Yeah,
though.
it was
on the side of Sailor.
good bar barrel.
Some unlucky skeleton, unlucky skeleton spawns, since he didn't get a single hit in, I believe.
Can the Skelly be unlucky? Because it already...
Yeah, because the spawn is random.
Yeah, but the Skelly lost its body already. So can it still be unlucky?
Oh well.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Poor Skelly.
You don't need flesh to be happy. 35 seconds remaining now. Good game already coming out here for Senpai. 1600 HP remaining. There's another clone, and now he just knows there's no way he can defend this. Doesn't have the poison
Meloni, that
cycle.
tower's going down.
Oh my god.
Oh my
The
goodness.
Cloney Meloni.
What a Cloney Meloni push there. Hell of a push. Beautiful push. Again, the clone spell, of course. Beautiful.
I hate how much our players validate you.
The
this
more
season.
you hate it, the more I like it.
Yeah, I realize. I realize. And the more then I hate it, the more the players play it. Don't quite get why he did play the poison there, because he knew what's coming his way if he does that. But I think Senpai just realizing at this
a beautiful
point,
clone.
Yeah, that there's just not enough defense in his deck to play
Sailor
this.
very happy there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the graveyard didn't work for Senpai.
Not quite, but I really like Sailor's approach to this game. Like going in, okay, he knows he is the underdog in this matchup, of course. Senpai not only being our 4-time back-to-back champion, but also having a ton of experience in the competitive scene, of course. So he's a tough opponent to be facing, so you have to come up with a bit of a creative, or dare I say, cheesy game plan, and that's exactly what he did. He came out with something that's certainly not seen as much, so he caught him a little bit off guard.
You're speaking about the clone?
Yes. He caught him a little, not just that, but also like the other cards, like Giant Skelly, plus then of course the Skeleton Barrel together with something like the Skeleton Dragons that we don't see too often, but that offer great DPS. Just overall a very strong approach here from Sailor.
Did you actually really play a lot of Among Us, or just for that charity stream?
No, I played it a ton. Like
really?
Yeah. I have like my mechanics down. I also watch like a ton of videos. I'd love to try out one of these custom modes that are around actually these days, where yeah, that introduces like new roles to the game.
Okay.
But I personally
I played it a few times on my live stream. The thing though was that there were always hackers in the group.
Oh yeah,
and that was very annoying.
I usually only played in like 10-player lobbies where everyone was together on Discord. So that on one hand
if you have
ensures
strangers, there will always be hackers, and
that's very true. Senpai Rek now taking out that flying machine right away with a fireball. I think there is a possibility that that's just gonna be the
Bomb
same
tower.
deck here again, coming out from Senpai
nothing
Rek.
new here.
So, but this time Senpai Rek adapting here quite a bit, bringing out the bomb tower, also bringing the Ice Wizard and the Baby Dragon, all of those cards.
Just in
they
case Sailor tries that cloney thing again.
Yeah. And it looks like he does. But this time
You'd probably call it clowny thing.
it is quite a clown thing.
With the clone.
Let's see who will be the clown at the end of this match here.
Balloon.
This time it's the balloon here coming out.
Nice counter push.
I mean, this usually... Oh, okay. There will be the tornado.
Tornado to the bomb tower. And the balloon. Oh!
Gets the King Tower activation. Very well done here by Sailor. Bit of damage being dealt to that right-hand side. But so far damage advantage being in the grasp of Senpai in this one. And yeah, Senpai Rek, he kind of predicted what's going to happen here, and yeah, has the right kind of medicine to it. Also a
now
giant
we're gonna see
himself.
a fight here between the giant skellies.
Let's go. Who's ready to rumble?
Ready to rumble. It looks like the red one is losing.
Yeah, it does certainly look like it. Their giant skelly does go down, Senpai Rek does fall as well, but the death
They
bomb here.
almost survive.
Yeah, and there is the next balloon coming down. Still full health. Oh, nice fireball!
Oh, the
there.
balloon does
connect.
connect.
Oh my gosh, that's
until the tornado hits.
That's just disgusting. What happened to that balloon there?
But I think the balloon still hit once.
Yeah, it
before
did
it was
once,
tornadoed.
But look what it just stuck. It got stuck behind the barbarian there for some reason. It must have been a bug of sorts, I think. And now giant skelly here is tanking.
Next balloon.
And the next balloon is just
interesting how Senpai switches lanes with the
There's
balloon.
another. Okay.
No.
The balloon there does pull it away. He does should
Tornado
not get death damage. I think.
seems to be a good defense here against the balloon.
Certainly is. There's the clone now coming in.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, Warp Barrel there, just
no sweat here.
No chance for him to get anything out of that. But yeah, with the balloon, he seems to have quite a good answer here. Plus the fireball as well. That's just one of those fireball where you're like, okay, this is over.
Skelly boxing match.
Just let me out. And there's another balloon now coming in. I expect the
balloon
fireball coming out any second there.
Anyways, the balloon doesn't make it.
Yeah, no death damage there. But
the baby dragon.
Baby dragon gets one.
1 minute left.
Yeah, and I don't really think that there's too much here left in the tank for Sailor. And Senpai should just be able to close this one out. Whether it's with another balloon connection potentially, or just the fireball cycle at some point. I mean, okay.
Oh, look at the flying machine.
There is the flying machine.
Go.
But
Senpai
the balloon
closing the gap to a 1-1.
See? That's why you don't run clone.
That's why you adapt in the second match and run that bomb tower.
Yeah. Perfectly done here,
Perfectly
really, by
matched.
Senpai Rek. We haven't even talked about the bands. Sailor ban out the Knight and Senpai the Royal Recruits. Royal Recruits, one of the, if not the single favorite card that's usually run by Sailor. And,
yeah, Sailor. Maybe Sailor is a bit predictable because he loves those Royal Recruits. He plays
Royal
them
Recruits,
off.
Royal Hawks is like his kind of deck usually, or even Royal Recruits Balloon.
Trademark of Sailor, kind of.
Yeah.
The Giant Skelly anyways, and then also the Royal Recruits. He plays them really often.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take another picture from this one.
Okay. Which one? The Senpai deck or the Sailor deck?
More the Senpai deck.
Nice.
All right. And
Alrighty then.
with that, the score is evened out at 1-1.
1-1.
And yeah.
Do you think Senpai will change or will it just stay with the deck he played?
I just asked myself that question
Yeah,
too,
that's
but
why
internally.
I could read it on your forehead. There was a big question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe swipe it off a little bit.
I think you'll just run it again here, because it is like you could if you take that deck apart, you have.
It's a
on
good
one hand,
deck
you have like
with
as
the
a,
balloon.
yeah, exactly. As a tank, you have the giant skeleton. That's at the moment one of the strongest tank cards in the game, I'd say, because it does not only offer like the tank capabilities, but also that death damage that you can combine super well with something like the tornado. Tornado, in my opinion, currently probably the best spell.
Yeah, we're going to game 3 already.
And yeah, because it is so versatile. You can draw things away from your tower, you can activate King Tower, you can draw stuff onto death bombs by something like a Bomb Tower or the Giant Skelly. Yeah, in the deck you also have Bomb Tower, kind of the strongest building, and then the combination of Ice Wizard, Baby Dragon plus NATO is just... I mean, it's age old in the Clash Royale community.
So till now, it actually looks like he's playing the same.
Yeah, and then you can of course choose yourself which kind of win condition you're running. That could be a graveyard, but in this case, it just essentially swapped out the graveyard for a blue.
Mega Knight. Mega Knight is popular, so it seems like Sailor he did switch.
Yeah.
Senpai looks like it's the same.
Oh,
nice.
It is actually that
the
balloon
Bomb
deck
Tower.
that I think I copied from Sailor, and I've been trying out as well a little
That
bit.
balloon actually...
My own time as...
Tornado!
He says, thank you very much. I'm gladly gonna take that King Tower activation without a single hit.
Beautiful King Tower activation. Yeah. Not to worry right now about that damage to the King Tower. It's all fine for now.
Yeah, that's oftentimes the reason you want to play your early balloons just like at the bridge, and
yeah, you know that century-old saying, the early balloon catches the tower.
No. Just because that way you can fish out these responses, and if your opponent, for example, decides to... That's a defensive freeze. A bit of well, not too much elixir loss here, actually. Yeah.
He says.
That was kind of last second effort there. I mean, the elixir is still pretty dead even in this one. So a good freeze there, but he has to reveal it.
With the Mega Knight going against the Giant Skelly, that will be easily stopped.
And now Senpai knows that
and the balloon in the other lane.
In hand.
Did Senpai over defend? I don't think so.
Now the Evis there
Bomb
coming
Tower.
down, and with the King Tower
Balloon.
helping out, there's just no way on earth.
And now a big counter push for Senpai.
Can he do anything against it? And there's the balloon now coming in.
Hunter though.
Hunter is in there.
Oh,
Great
tornado the way. He has to use the snowball.
Trying to save the day. Does he even get death damage? Not
the
quite.
Baby Dragon gonna spit. Nope.
Nope, he doesn't.
Not even the Baby Dragon.
Great defense here by Sailor.
Yeah, he kept his calm there.
Yeah.
It was a bit under pressure.
I'm wondering what Senpai's last card might be. What did he run last time? I'm not 100% sure anymore. Would have to look at the picture. And there's another Mega Knight now jumping down. Bomb Tower there helping out to defend
Another balloon.
And yeah, there's the tornado. Now pulls it back up.
Okay.
And with that, he potentially has another counter push.
The Goblin Cage is really helping Sailor.
Yeah, it is.
And the Hunter. Excellent defense.
Hunter there does get slowed down though. Good freeze here once again, nevertheless.
He cannot get that balloon
such a
to the
back and
tower.
forth. Look at this. It's 1 minute of 5-minute total gameplay remaining.
Yeah, both of them very defensive.
Yeah, and like the most damage that has been dealt is those 400 damage on the right hand tower of Sailor, but this balloon
sneaks through, but
and
still
I
doesn't
think
hit.
he gets death damage. Yes, he does. 1840, and now he goes all out on that right hand side. Baby Dragon is on it.
Another balloon. Sailor tries to
Balloon
counter
to
push.
answer. And the ice,
And the balloon
trying his
makes
best.
it to the tower.
There it nearly is. Great snowball once again. Yeah, and 25 seconds remaining now. If
now Sailor has to go all in, of course, on that right lane. Try to push to that tower.
Unless
Get some
there's a
damage
wonder
dealt.
happening, I think this might be a done deal here for Send Pyrect. Oh, it's a fireball. Okay.
No miracles. We can just watch.
Yeah.
And see
I was a little early.
Senpai winning that beautiful tiebreaker. It was a back and forth. It could
really
go
was.
either way. But in the end, a little bitty chip
Can you still be
damage.
happy with a match like that, even if it's not as fast and explosive?
I
and more
prefer fast and explosive
Okay.
matches, to be honest.
Yeah, this was more like the siege. You know, like a good old classic medieval siege. Like they're throwing troops at each other back and forth and back and forth and back
Very
and forth.
sweaty.
Running up.
And you're not really achieving anything except a little bitty chip damage.
Yeah, but in the end, I feel like Zen Pyrect, I mean, his tank, in a sense, he was cheaper. I think his overall cycle was also cheaper and more versatile. I mean, the freeze oftentimes is just a dead card in hand and was really used as like that emergency break when those balloons were about to connect, and he really had no other options. Other than that, it's just like clogging up one of your options in hand. Essentially, having said that, Senpyrect didn't use the fireball until like the very end. Didn't want to use that light-handedly. But I really like the adaptations coming out from Senpyrect. I mean, he was like, okay, don't push too much because he has the Mega Knight to answer the skeleton, and then like build up elixir, pressure with the balloon, and then once he plays the hunter, draw it away with the tornado, and then draw more and more elixir out of Sailor. And yeah, we could see it time and time again, just these big pushes that he can, where he then suddenly spends all of his elixir lead in one push and tries to get some damage in. But let's have a look at game number 4 in this pairing.
What was interesting though was how they both really defended those balloons well. So it was a very defensive match. Of course, that's also due to the fact you cannot really allow for a mistake against the balloons.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. So let's see what Senpai brings out this time, as both of them decide to handshake it here. Will we go until double elixir time? As we've had that a couple of times happening. As there's the Electro Spirit and the perfect Ice Wiz activates the King Tower. Thank you very much, Sailor, says Senpai. Takes a little bit of chip on that left-hand tower, but gets the King Tower activation with it. So for those of you who didn't know, all these kind of zap cards, the ones that do extend, of course, not the zappies. Those you can only activate with the tornado.
It works. It
Royal
actually
Giant.
works to zap you. Oh! The Royal Balloon makes connection!
Yeah, balloon is there.
This is what we just spoke about. Once the balloon makes this connection, once you make this mistake, it's doing so much damage and pain.
Yeah. And it's just a cheaper win condition, I feel like, than the Royal Giant. And yeah, I mean, Sailor, he does have the Goblin Cage in his deck. It is a very good building, but against the balloon it's a little lackluster because due to its low HP bar, it does only absorb 1 hit, while the bomb tower of course takes 2. So you either have to like support it with like a spell on top of it.
Giant Skelly boxing match.
or
Once again.
you have to wait a longer time.
And by the way, just to remind you, this is match point for Senpai.
This is match point for Senpai, indeed. But with the earthquake there, he does have a good answer. Nice with those, doing a great job on defense.
Gets one shot.
Only one hit.
Only one.
Just a single one. Oh, he wanted the droid away there, taking a ton of damage.
Look at the balloon.
Giant skeleton there.
Almost got to the tower again. It's
Yeah, but
taking
look at
Hunter.
Senpai's right tower. That's one death bomb there from the giant skeleton. And the missed tornado, so now Senpai is the one struggling here.
Once
Another
it hits,
giant skelly coming in.
Yeah, you really don't want that giant skelly on the tower.
No, you definitely don't.
If you can avoid it.
another
There's the
ice
Royal
whiz.
Giant. That's going to be difficult to stop here.
Can
so he has
even do
to
it?
push the balloon.
Okay.
There's the Hunter though on the balloon. Oh, death damage may just do the trick here for Senpai Rack. No, it's not
played high,
enough.
255 HP remaining.
He needs another one.
But Sailor had to invest a lot of elixir there on defense.
There's the balloon.
Big
Sailor.
difference is, like, Senpai he also has the fireball in hand. Question is, can he start cycling that one and switching to it? There's another...
Why do you know he has the fireball?
Because it's the same deck that he played the last two
But
games.
maybe he switched. You never know what you're gonna get.
I do.
Clash is like a box of cards.
I just know.
Oh, but that
Royal
Giant
now
is a
making
problem.
connection. There's one hit, there's two hit, and with the snowball, Sailor taking it to a 2-2-2.
Once again, Sailor closes the gap here, and it's 2 each.
Super clutch there. Great use of those earthquakes, and also a fantastic defense.
Just because of one giant skelly.
Yeah. I think that was a big mistake. That was the mistake there that we just saw on the replay from Senpai, investing the tornado on the Hunter plus the Goblin Brawler for no apparent reason. I don't know if it was intentional or whether he like slipped. I mean, he wanted to draw it onto the death bomb, but it's like it's not too much. It's just from a it's just from a balloon, and then you lack it on defense because. Tornado is actually a pretty good card against...
As you, my friend, usually say, mistakes have been made.
Mistakes have been made indeed. And also, like, he was so close to potentially having the win there with a fireball. I think fireball does like 240 damage on
yeah, actually
standard.
You had some homework to do for today.
Oh yeah, true.
Practice all the cards.
I forgot.
So how much does a rocket do?
672.
So please check that production if that is actually true.
If that's true, it's actually would actually be amazing.
672.
But it's in the 600,
I feel like you just said something. I think it's 640.
I'd never do that.
We'll see. 672.
Chief, how would you
ever
think?
How dare you?
How dare you think?
Production will check what damage a rocket actually does, and then we're happy to inform if it's 0 point or 1 point.
I'm actually not sure. 600 might be
71
maybe on level 13.
Yeah, could be.
Not 100%. But we are ready to head into game number 5 of this match and see who will take it, as it's currently 2-2 here between Senpai and Sailor.
538 on level 13, so yeah, quite a gap there.
So I would have been correct with the old damage numbers.
Yeah, sure.
Before the 20%
like
damage
10 years ago when the game...
Before the 20% damage crown tower.
How dare they nerf rocket?
Yeah.
Only 370 on
Can we also have a challenge level for fireball? That would be also good. Senpai here, it looks like once again he's just sticking to what has worked for him. Okay.
Only 172
those nerfs
for fireball.
Those nerfs really were big.
Yeah, it used to be above 200.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I never really realized.
How are you supposed to memorize this if they keep changing it?
Yeah, that's just mean, you know? You can't do that.
There's the next balloon.
King
Those
defense.
two really love the balloons.
Oh, okay, he wants to activate.
And
King
once again,
tower
Senpai
here.
not able to stop the balloon, but at least he pulls him to the
okay.
King Tower.
That was actually a good activation there. That was pretty
But still,
clutch.
look at the damage. 900 damage.
Yeah,
taken
well,
here.
it's like with one hit you just get that. Like it's pretty much unavoidable. It's like me. It's unavoidable.
You're unavoidable?
I'm unavoidable.
How you feel now?
Great. Alive. 1600 HP now remaining on Senpai's right hand tower, as Sailor is still above 2k on both of his towers. And I have I don't know, I have kind of a mosquito next to me here. Maybe can we get a fly swatter in here maybe?
Maybe we have to turn the power up a little bit.
Unlimited power.
A bit lit.
Oh, Senpai
Again, the
now
balloons.
deciding
Senpai
to
now
switch lanes
switching
here.
lanes. Bomb tower here, actually stopping that balloon.
Okay, big difference here in styles, as you can see. As Sailor, he copied the exact deck here actually. The Senpai is just running, finishing this out with a mirror match. But he actually decides to use those fireballs on defense quite a bit, but not actually use much of
Is it
his
actually
tornado.
a mirror match? Could be.
I think it is. And that balloon here only marginally gets pulled
And again,
over there.
we're in overtime.
As there's another
Yeah,
giant
look at
skelly
that
now
giant,
making his way on that right hand side. I think Senpai at this point just has the cycle
Maybe
advantage
Dragon
here.
on the tower. The thing with Giant Skelly is that it really slows down the game so much.
Yeah, it definitely does. Those big giant fights, they take like forever. But I'm curious. I might have to ask Senpai about this after the match, that he does not like to use those
now he
fireballs
starts to
defensively,
fireball.
apparently. And now the fireball
Now
exchange
it's about a fireball
to start.
match here. Because it's only 1 minute left and they figure out they can't really get to the tower, so they may start to just fireball.
Yeah, just throw them out wherever they can.
And then maybe one makes a mistake and they still rush to the tower.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
there's the balloon by Sailor, again stopped by the bomb tower. Senpai's balloon making its way to the tower and
Gets
doing
slowed, but it
death
does get
damage
the death damage.
with a fireball.
Fireball there to
But it's
boot.
super close.
And fireball
Sailor with
in response.
fireball.
Good tornado there. See, he actually gets chipped in with the tornado as well on that one. Another Ice Wiz here on defense.
very
Another
sweaty
fireball on
match.
offense.
The balloon, no.
Just
Again, fireball.
fiery match here.
Now
Senpai is ahead in fireballs.
Yeah, but he needs another one.
20
Otherwise,
seconds
Sailor
now
will catch
remaining.
up. Stop that balloon.
There's
There's the
another
next
fireball.
fireball. 8:13. 14 seconds
Great
left.
bomb tower there coming in. I think Senpai
There's
has
the next
this.
fireball.
There's a tornado to chip as well.
Another one. Senpai
Yeah, there's
needs
another fireball. And
fireball.
that's the game here, ladies and gentlemen. Senpai staying undefeated even after on game day 4, as he takes this with a 3-2 here in a mirror match.
He
And,
fireballed his way to success.
yeah, absolutely. I think we need Pitbull in here for this matchup.
Pitbull?
Yeah, he has a song.
Fireball. Okay. He fireballed his way to success, and that was actually really amazing, fiery to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big difference there was just, Senpai. In the beginning, I feel Senpai, he made a lot more use of his tornadoes and of the bomb towers to just defend, while Sailor used a lot more fireballs to do so. Of course, the difference there being tornado is 3 elixir, while the when the fireball is 4, he never actually got the King Tower activation either on the side of Sailor. He couldn't afford it at a certain point anymore. And yeah, I think in the end, like this continuously, like for every fireball, Senpai essentially got 1 elixir.
I hope the giant skelly gets banned after all.
Spot the difference.
It's just that giant skelly
spot
is
the difference.
everywhere. There's no difference.
There are two pictures. I need you to tell me the difference. They're the same
giant
picture.
skelly is just everywhere. And can we please ban the giant skelly? Maybe next season we can have a caster ban as well.
No, that would be mean.
Why?
Because then we'd like be bullying people here.
No, we would just
I don't want to
ban
limit people's creativity, you know?
We just want to ban the giant skelly.
You want to ban the giant skeleton.
Sparky would be nice.
To ban?
No, to play.
Oh, yeah. I mean, feel free. You can still sign up. You can.
Yeah, but that would be unfair because I know all the secrets of the game,
yeah, that's
you
true.
know.
That's true. Would you share one?
With all the experience that we gained here from just watching all those high-level games,
true.
we basically know all of the tricks.
Yeah, I mean, we have 5 years of history in Clash Royale at the tips of our fingers and in our analytical brains.
And you memorized everything.
Yeah.
Except for the damage a fireball does. Or
yeah,
a rocket.
172. Apparently.
Well. We will have another break, I guess.
Yep.
And then after break, we will have our final match of the day again with Senpai. So don't miss it.
The chef. So make sure you tune in again, and we'll see you guys in 5 minutes.
See you.
Oh, baby. The stars fall around us, entwining us. So baby, stay with me where the sun doesn't go down, and we will drift away until the day the world stops spinning, 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 until the day the world stops spinning.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zu Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen 1 Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet. Et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
And welcome
Action.
back.
This is mine.
No, this is mine.
No.
You did the first and the third.
First, second, third. Okay, you go.
Very well.
Go ahead.
Welcome. And
No. Sorry, we gotta do this again. I'll do the countdown, then you start.
Okay.
Get ready.
Yeah.
You ready? 3, 2, 1. You're live.
Very warm welcome back to the Swisscom Premier League powered by ESL with my lovely co-caster Chief Avalon. My name's Don Rigoni. We're here with game day number 4 already, so the halfway mark of this season 5 has already passed, and so far a lot of our old kind of favorite players, they're looking mighty strong this season.
They are.
Dutchim, he was a bit struggling this season. He picked
but
up quite a bit of pace
he did
again.
Really well.
Yeah, he did get his 2 first wins under his belt, and now we have once again the reigning champion in Senpirect here live on stream. As
our
he's
great
currently
player.
not only undefeated in final games, but also so far in this season, as he's currently at 3-0. So, question is, can Paul du Chef be good for another upset, as on Monday he has managed to take down the one and almighty, not the Father but the Son, Jesus.
Okay.
And take him down for a bit of an upset. Question now
Be
is,
the force with him.
Be the fourth with him indeed. May 4th is soon.
May 4th.
Yeah. Star Wars Day will be soon. Not too much longer.
May 4th.
Yeah. And we're currently preparing our
I'm really
match.
curious. I'm really hyped for this match. I was about to say hyped and high is back, but I considered this not to be appropriate, so I would not say it.
Yeah, we're role models here. As
Yes.
we're already ready to
Let's
jump
go to
into the
next
game.
match. We're totally hyped. Some of us high. Hyped.
Many of us.
Hyped.
What? The bands here are the Baby Dragon coming up from Paul du Chef, and the balloon for Senpirect. As there
Bomby.
once again, there's the bomb tower.
Again.
Oh, wall
It
breakers.
looks like
it's just
a
beautiful.
replay of the previous match.
Yeah. This is actually one of my kind
Some
of
little
favorite
twists.
decks. And
At least we have a battle ram and some bridge spam.
Oh, poor Magic
That's
Archer.
very refreshing.
Yeah. Classic bridge spam against classic wall breaker. Minor.
Wall breaker is not really classic.
It is.
Like it's only 1 year old or so.
Yeah, but it's still a classic. It's run so much. And it didn't really have too many iterations. I mean, the only
There's the Wallies.
only like flexible spot is whether you run Knight or Valkyrie, And whether you run spear gobs or regular goblins, essentially.
Did you just say the beer goblin?
No, maybe that's what you wanted to hear in your head.
No. It sounded like the beer goblin.
I'd like a beer goblin. I can get behind that, I think.
The beard goblin. Ah, that's what you said. The beard goblin.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm kind of a beard goblin. If you like. Yeah, I think.
Ghost.
My friends actually, back when in my old apartment, my friends always used to refer to my flat as my little goblin cave, because it was like built into like the foot of a mountain, and it was quite like dark.
Goblin cave.
Yeah.
So did you have lights at all? Or?
Yeah, I did, but I only had like one window, like right at the front where you came in, and then it was like all going inside.
Okay.
Yeah, and then only one more small window in my bedroom. So yeah, but it was a very nice place.
Like
as
it
first
was
look, you
dark
can do that.
and a little bit wet and cool.
It was dark and full of terrors.
Spiders and stuff. And
yeah, no, I didn't have many spiders.
a little apartment of terrors.
Just like one I had a gentleman's agreement with. She was taking out all the flies and mosquitoes.
I mean, the spiders would take care of all the flies.
Yeah, see? That's why you keep them.
Wall
Don't
breakers.
kill them.
Actually, good start.
Very good start for Senpai.
Another miner.
As we're memeing around here, this nearly gets lost that he has both of those towers nearly in triple digits range already, while he hasn't really taken any damage on his own towers.
Bandit, of course, not able to stop
and that's
both
a connection.
of them.
So PSA, you cannot stop two wall breakers with
One of them
bandit.
hits. There's the miner again.
Miner on the
chip.
inside.
Chippity chip. Remember all those chip damage decks?
It does really matter here. And look at the poor Pekka. I mean, he tries over and over again.
The bag.
But just to no
Another
avail.
hit. Yeah, this is gonna go for Senpai. There's almost no way here for Po to Chef to come
Wall
back.
breakers, a 2 elixir card, have to be countered
The battle
with,
ram. Oh.
with 5 elixir. So like bandit plus the zap on top of it. And yeah, that's just 200 damage remaining here.
That was
another
a good
log.
push. There's the fireball.
One log fireball will just finish this
In
off.
the good old times, that fireball would be enough.
Yeah, but now it isn't. So it does also need. Okay, there's a connection with the spear gobos or the beard gobos.
The beard goblin hits the tower. The fireball balls the tower.
Exactly.
Fires the tower.
Ball fires.
Fireballs the tower and it's gone. Yeah, that was quite a good start here for Senpai. Actually, there was almost nothing that Po the Chef could do.
I just love this deck. It's such a fast cycle. It's so
There's
efficient.
that beautiful fireball.
Barely has any super bad matchups. I just love it. And I love watching a player like Senpai executing it to perfection.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Also to see how full of love you are for this deck. It's just beautiful to watch.
You know, I have feelings too, like hunger or thirst.
That's not a feeling, though.
That's a feeling. That's the joke. That's not a feeling.
I'm not sure. Hunger is, I don't know. Does that actually count as a feeling?
I mean,
it's
a need.
It's a sensation, of course. But is it a feeling, though?
It's a sensation, though.
I don't know.
I feel hungry.
Yes, that's true, though.
Yeah.
But that's when you feel hungry when you're not actually hungry, but you feel hungry.
Well, there's this and that. We're jumping into game number 4.
So much for philosophy today.
Po du Chef against Senpai Rect. Is that only... No, that's not just the second match. We had one already, didn't we? Yeah, it's 2 for 1. It's 2-1 here, actually, isn't it?
What?
It's 2-1 for Senpai Rect. It says 1-0.
It's 1-0. You're confusing this with the
Oh
previous
yeah,
match.
yes I am.
we're
I'm
in
still
match-
stuck. I'm living in the past.
We're in match number 4.
Okay, okay. I didn't say anything. Yeah.
Well, this
Chef
happens.
getting a great King Tower
Of
activation
course,
here.
this happens to the best, so don't worry.
Yeah, so even I can't help it sometimes, you know.
It's already late.
There's
Hog
the Hog
Rider.
Rider, number 2 coming down that right-hand lane.
Hog
But
Rider
with the
getting
help of the King Tower
only-
and 1 reset.
only 1 hit.
That's just sad.
The Archers, one of the first cards in Clash Royale.
Oh, were they? Didn't know that. Actually, there's another log coming in for a bit of chip as well. And those skeletons distracting the giant skelly for an adequate amount of time, so he doesn't have to worry about anything here.
Fisherman.
1800 HP.
Another
remaining
Hog
on the
Rider.
right-hand side.
Hunter. Gonna
Hunter.
get 1 hit, and that's it.
But he had to defend it with quite a bit of elixir. I
Yeah,
mean, that
5
was a-
elixir against 4.
Yeah. But now there is the scary man that is this Royal Giant.
Yeah, the Hunter was kind of wasted there, did not do anything but die.
Look at this. How to defend a Royal Giant with only 1 hit connecting. That was
Senpai.
well. It was technically Bomb Tower, Snowball, and the log. So that's 8 elixir.
Hog Rider.
Not ideal to say the very least.
Funny
but
how
this
the-
Hog Rider
the Baron
will get
did
at
not
least
hit
2
him.
hits. And if Senpai manages
Now
to
the Giant
continue at this
Skelly
pace,
unfortunately is there again.
yeah. Oh, great fireball there.
Now
Onto all those
we have
zappies.
double pressure here, both lanes.
And once again, there is the bomb tower, but now that
Hog
we
Rider.
have entered double
Same
elixir
thing.
time,
That's
can
1
ju-
elixir win for Senpai though.
yeah. But now he can just use those earthquakes onto the bomb tower and take it out for the Royal Giant to get like 3 or even 4 hits in. I think it was there.
Here's the next.
Next fireball onto 2
Senpai
of those
just
sappies.
fireballing it now.
Yeah. Now another. I love Senpai Rect here. He really learned from his last match there to play those bomb towers high immediately. So and I mean like high as in high on the map and not
Again.
being high himself.
He loves to play high. That's
Yeah.
what you said.
Yeah, and look at this. That's
78.
just 1 spell
Snowball.
away.
And
It's
the
gonna be the
log.
log and Senpai
And
Rect.
Crying won't help. That's a 2-0 for Senpai. Taking a beautiful lead here.
That's how the cookie crumbles, ladies and gents.
Yes, please. What do
Yeah.
you want to tell us? The cookie crumble.
Yeah, I love that expression.
There we see the beautiful Hog Rider
That's how the
with the fireball pushing away the Hunter. So the Hog Rider gets 2 hits on that tower.
That was only 1. There was a reset from the zappies.
But it was almost 2.
Yeah, but it didn't matter. Like in the end, he could have just spell cycled it down. I mean, he had a lot of. I like this iteration from the Hog Rider deck that Senpai was running here, running the log, the snowball, and the fireball.
Yeah, and I'm happy that Senpai at least switches up things a little bit. You're playing a different deck with that Hog Rider, a deck we haven't seen tonight. Not always that Royal Giant Skelly,
RG
Royal
Skelly.
Recruits, whatever.
We have
All
to, we have to
those
start calling it
slow
RG
down
Skelly.
units that make matches really long.
Yeah, yeah. A really fast cycle, of course, in that Hog Rider deck, and also perfectly showcasing one of the weaknesses of the like Archie Skelly archetype, where yeah, these tanks, they do cost a lot of elixir and yeah, cost you quite a bit, and with something as aggressive as that Hog Rider deck, which I would assume is like 2.9 elixir, or like
Next match. I think
around
Bodo
3
Chef might
elixir.
actually adapt here and take a tower with him this time.
I could
Just
see
in
that.
case there was a hog again.
Yeah, and then maybe something like or something like a clone.
Hunter.
Your favorite card. And the Hunter on the other side as well.
The
Who would have
Mortar.
thought? And Mortar.
Mortar! The mortar's on the map.
I hate myself for going along with this.
Why? It's called mortar.
True. That is true.
And the bomb tower, of course, here an advantage for the mortar.
Yeah. Can just long
And
range
the
it
bacon
down
on
here.
the tower. And even did mortar actually hit the tower too? Because it was going for the giant scale. It has such a long reach. It's ridiculous.
It's a mortar. I mean, what did you expect?
Mortar!
I think it is going to be that clone archetype here coming out from Beau de Chef.
Beautiful.
But this...
You would feel like it's almost
will
impossible.
hurt. But look at this. This time Neo comes in the form of a hunter.
Impossible to win a match with mortar, but it looks like Senpai may make it possible.
Yeah. Senpai, he just does it.
Beautiful log. There's the Royal Hawk. So he has mortar and Royal Hawks, which is of course not a typical mortar deck.
Yeah. And look at this. If you have to play the bomb tower that reactively, 2 of the Royal Bacons, they do sneak through and get quite a bit of damage onto that tower.
I still think the Bacons are one of the most interesting cards in the game.
They kind of are. They kind of are. But the thing is, they have a very good upside, but they also have a really big downside. Because if your opponent just runs like AoE, if, I don't know, there's like Mega Knight plus Valkyrie, there's just no way you're ever gonna win that matchup. There's just, yeah, not a way in Earth.
That Giant Skilly. Giant Skilly.
Giant Skilly.
The Giant Skelly is of course very dangerous.
Yeah.
You don't want it at the tower. We've seen that
Clone,
in the
they're
previous
being
match.
wasted essentially.
And that's also devastating when the bomb tower hits the Hawks like that.
But look at that, the half-dead cannon card, they're actually lending some assistance and helping out
mortar
to take out those.
Actually very risky to play the Giant Skelly behind the tower when
Yes.
there's the mortar.
Yes, and Semperek just beautifully reacts to this. There's another round of Spear Gobos.
Senpai making the impossible possible here
And
by
also
winning with a mortar deck, it looks like.
Like for
Oh, no, stop him!
he got it, Higuchi.
Giant Skelly.
Yeah.
Clone.
Ooh.
Clone again.
Oh.
Dirty clone
Oh.
there.
Two flying machines
Yeah,
plus
doing him
clone
very
cannon
dirty
card.
there with the clone.
That was just mean at this point. There's another Giant Skelly now coming in here.
Yeah,
Look at going
pulled
over
to the
there.
hunter.
Oh, that hunter
Oh, that's
died
dangerous.
way too
And
fast.
The Skelly barrel, not cloned though, at least.
Yeah, he does get both the
Flying
Giant Skelly
machine.
plus...
Senpai trying to defend his lead, but he's got to get rid of that flying machine.
Yeah.
There's the Hawks.
Oh, beautiful predictive earthquake
Yeah.
there.
He's not
One
going
of
to
the
make the
Hawks
mistake
does get
again.
through, nearly does get
He's
through.
going to have the bomb tower ready, Beau de Chef.
Yeah, Hunter doing a great job there, but still, the earthquake chip is actually getting quite significant here.
Also, the defensive mortar is doing a good job there,
Yeah.
but he
Yeah.
has to push with those Hawks.
Yeah, and once again, okay, this time I can
There's
see
also a
some of those.
Hunter, a
he's
little
just
bit of
spamming it through.
damage.
Gets one hit in there.
By the way, we forgot this is match point for Senpai.
Yeah, it is. It is. You can just sweep them 3-0 here. Great arrows. They're raining down.
One mistake
from the
is
skies.
enough though. So
Pulling
many
everything
units.
away.
They're always missing a few Skellies.
Oh, look at this. playing the
Cannon card.
bacon there to distract. And then also getting a bit of damage in with another earthquake here.
Senpai
Oh,
calling the
earthquake
well-placed
plus the log
earthquake,
does
and
seal the
that's tower
deal.
for Senpai.
Senpai showing us another masterclass here. Was it a bit of a disadvantage, I'd say, on terms of defensive play here from Beau de Chef, but he just leveraged his edge over and over, and we'll have another.
Whatever
look.
it was,
Look at this! This
it's
looks so stressful already.
Yeah, it is.
What is this? So many units.
It's a 4-win streak.
I get a headache just
for
from looking
Senpai.
at that. And that's also partly because there is a clone in the game.
But the clone didn't win.
No.
Beautiful
It
win by
luckily didn't.
Senpai, and that makes him the only one in the league at the moment that hasn't lost a match. 4 wins.
4-0 for Semperect. Just a fantastic performance coming out from him. Super solid. He seems to be hungry for his 5th title, and as much as I wanted to hype up Solak for this season, so far he's definitely not
Senpai
performing.
is just like he always was, leading the league.
Senpai is unavoidable.
He even wins with a mortar. I mean, it's unbelievable. Mortar really not the deck to go at the moment.
I feel like a lot of high skill players, they really like mortar because it is a building. It does a crap ton of damage. You can use it on defense, but you can also use it offensively. It's very versatile for quite a cheap price, because it's also like one of the decks that one of the buildings that does demand an answer, like actively. It's not
that
just
is
you
true.
You play it to cycle, but it's like if your opponent essentially can't do much or has to play into it properly.
That is true, though. The problem is everybody playing that Giant Skelly, and basically there was no match today without Giant Skelly.
That's
and
true.
if that one's played right, it kind of annihilates the mortar very easily.
That's true. I mean, but Senperek showed us perfectly well how you just then use it against it. I mean, you drew
with the Royal Hawks. He
things
basically won because of the Royal Hawks.
Yeah, in part, but like the mortar also did a great job, because usually the units, like, they get stuck behind the giant skeleton, and so there's more AoE, and then when the mortar fires onto the giant skeleton, it just hits like 3 units basically for free.
He destroyed all those cloned units.
And if you can then reset that as well and push them together again with like a log,
and then the funny thing is also mortar will also counter the bomb tower, because it has more reach.
That's very true. Plus he then also had the earthquake in there, so overall a fantastic deck choice here from Senperect. But we gotta say, like, Bodechev, he did super well.
He played strong.
Not just here against Senpai, but also in his first match tonight. And we even got the young gentleman on the screen tonight, as we have a small interview coming up.
In a few seconds, we should be able to talk to him and ask him ourselves how he feels, how he experienced this match here against the reigning champion Senpai.
Yeah.
That would be very interesting. I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of. He played really well. I think he can be proud of how he played. Senpai has shown a really strong performance in both of his matches today.
I agree. I mean, so far the entirety of the season, I mean, we always have quite a concentration of Senpai matches, as we had back-to-back 2 each on like game day 2 and now on 4. So yeah.
Amazing. We're ready for the interview. We're happy to welcome Bodechev for a little talk. How do you feel? How was this match against Senpai? How did you experience that? I mean, after all, he is the ruling champion.
Yes, it was hard because he's one of the best players and the best in Switzerland. And hard game. With good Emu, I match up, I can't pass because he's just too strong.
But I think you played it really well. There's really nothing to be ashamed of. Some of the decks really countered your decks well. And besides that, I think you played a very strong match against him. I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah, definitely so. And also, at this point, congratulations again for your win on Monday against Jesus of all players.
Was excellent.
How did that feel, maybe? I mean, you had quite a strong opponent so far.
I was happy because it was one of my first win last season. I just win against Toyboy, and I was really happy and all the Tuesday, and it was a good experience to win.
You're like one of the newer players in our league, so let's maybe ask how would you recommend to like other players out there, other Clash Royale enthusiasts, or even just like general mobile game esport athletes, how should they go about if they want to start competing like you do? How do you like practice? How do you improve? What can you like give in terms of tips to them?
I think you just have to play really a lot and spend a lot of time in the game and try to start with some combats, and one day you will maybe win your competition and go in the biggest competition.
Maybe
But
another
you just
question.
have to play a lot.
We see, maybe in terms of the decks, we see those giant skelly decks or royal giant, those kind of tank decks a lot, but not the golem decks. Why is it? Why is everybody playing the giant skelly?
I didn't really know because, but I think it's a good card, and Golem is maybe a bit too. He costs too much, and yeah, too expensive. So it's not the best, and you can easily win.
And what happened to other cards, like the Elixir Golem used to be strong, Sparky? We've seen a lot of Elixir Golem Sparky decks. Those totally disappeared this season so far.
Yeah, it's not a good card at the moment, and maybe in 1 month they will be up, and we will see a bit more this card. But actually, it's not the best card.
Okay, so you are happy with the overall state of the current meta? Or is there something where you say, no, I don't like it, I would love this or that to be changed?
I played the MK Balloon since 1 year, and I can't really play this deck in this current season because I ban Balloon all time. But yeah, when I can play all the cards I want, I like this meta because my Mega Knight Balloon is a good deck against a lot of matchup.
Yeah, I think I even picked up your Mega Knight Balloon deck from Monday, tried it out, gave it a spin for myself, and actually was doing super well with it and was quite impressed. Is like to round off this section of the interview, what's your favorite card actually? Is it the Mega Knight?
It's the cannon card with the chariot. The cannon card.
The cannon card with like the golden one, or?
I didn't know how we say in English, but the cannon cards who can
it's
go in the map.
Yeah, it's a cannon card.
Yeah, it's a cannon card. I think we mean the same. So thank you very much. I adore that statement already, as I'm also a huge fan of the cannon card.
Yeah, it has a huge comeback at the moment.
Yeah.
A lot of players play it.
Super versatile, long range, great TPS, just overall a fantastic card also, in my opinion. And yeah, maybe as to round things off, is there something you'd like to say to your fans and supporters and friends and family out there, as this is the first time that we have you on screen here live with us?
Thank you for the support, and I hope win the next 2 matches and be in the playoff.
Yeah, good luck to you.
We wish you good luck for the rest of the season, and really curious how strong you're gonna be. I mean, we've seen some really good games from you, and I mean, everything's possible. So the best of luck and best wishes from our side here, of course, for the rest of the season.
Keep fighting and keep improving, I'd say. And with that, thank you very much, and have a very lovely evening.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
All right, and another young and lovely gentleman we get to have here live on stream. I think it's just fantastic that we these days can can actually get our local players and talents who, like, I mean, let's be honest, we're just the entertaining clowns here, the ones between.
You're speaking of yourself, right?
I'm talking about the two of us. I'm very sorry. We're like the entertainment, like between the shows, but I like the actual like providers of our content are of course our players, and we want to value that and support them wherever we can. But
I really love that we have the opportunity now to actually talk to a few of the players and ask them our questions, like what they prefer to play, how they experience the current meta. I think that is really interesting information.
Yeah, absolutely. So, with day 4 being concluded, let's have a look at the current standings. As teased in the beginning, with his 2 wins today, Senperect takes sole possession here of first place, being undefeated after 4 out of 7 matches. Right behind him we have Jesus with 3 wins to his name, and then Dutchim, who actually came up from the very bottom of the standings,
has now placed 3. That's a big push here.
Yeah,
with 2 wins and 2 losses now.
Absolutely, and then Toyboy and Solek also being 2 and 2. Kefran, he didn't play too many matches so far, and then Sailor and Beau du Chef sharing that last spot. They're having 4 losses already. I mean, the competition this season is just so harsh, I feel.
I mean, all the top 5 players, they all had 4 matches.
Yeah.
So we can already tell some kind of an order there. For Kefran, he only had 2 matches, so everything's possible for him. He could still go way up here on that roster.
Yeah,
on that table.
Still
for Sailor and Beau du Chef, it will actually be rough here because they have 4 losses and only 1 win at the moment. So it will probably be difficult to get into the top 4.
Yeah, I hope they like dogs.
Why?
Because it could get rough.
Okay. Maybe you started playing Brawl Stars a little bit too often.
Why? I've touched the game once.
Because there is this new brawler called Ruffs.
Okay. Didn't know that. What does he do?
It's a dog.
Yeah, I
That's why I thought.
would have had I would have assumed
because
that.
you just said that.
But what does he like do?
He roughs.
He roughs. Okay.
No, he actually shoots around corners.
Ooh.
And he calls air support that drops and does
fancy.
damage.
So he's like the Call of Duty character.
And also has kind of a power up included that you can pick up, and that makes you stronger. That
there
is
you go.
Colonel
The more you know, ladies and gentlemen.
Ruffs.
He roughs. He roughs you up.
That's his name. So yeah, drop us a follow. You find me everywhere with the name Chief Avalon on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, for example, to name a few of them. And my dear colleague Don Rigoni, you see it also right there. Don_Rigoni, you find him on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
that's the
those
main
are like
channels.
The most important
you may
ones.
catch some information you haven't known if you follow us, actually. But then also follow the official ESL Swiss Twitter channel to get all the latest news on the league.
Yeah, and if you have done so, we hope to see you back soon, as we have more esport action tomorrow evening. With another night of. I know it never got. Like I always I'm tempted to say the full name, which is Counter-Strike Global Offensive, but nobody really does that. So CS:GO tomorrow at 8 p.m. If you want to be back for more Clash Royale, tune in next Monday as well at 8, and then we're back at Wednesday again, just before Easter. So we hope to see you guys soon again. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, take care of yourself.
That's what I usually say. Come on.
You just started to copy
You
that.
just stole it.
No.
You just stole it. That's my part.
We're gonna watch some VODs.
Come on.
Okay, you can do it now. Go ahead.
Until then, next Monday we'll be back with Clash Royale. Until then, stay happy, healthy, and strong, and have a great rest of the week.
And goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zu Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet. Et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I do what I want to be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a bet, and I can change it anytime, I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I am proud of those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you want it to be, prove it. I know